I want some either Luna or Razor. Those are the two that we were talking on the bus with AUI as well. Those are the two that I think sound really nice. Like the Luna in lane, I think DK can. Sure, he's got super high armor, but when you have a mixed damage, you also buff your support because with the aura, and then you have the Lucent Beam. I think it's a pretty strong answer. I don't think teams are valuing Luna as much as it should be. I hated Luna in the DPC. Do you want to say that right away? But after what I saw what Nigma was doing with it, like ILTW, sure, he's probably like the best Luna at the moment, but can see the potential of the hero for sure versus these tankier cores.
Absolutely. Death Prophet that you talked about, or removed just now, another hero that we see a lot. As terms of percentage damage that you mentioned, Tsunami, Phoenix, rising in popularity.
That's right.
I don't want Phoenix AA.
No?
AA seems
do you want Phoenix Snapfire? Sorry.
I don't mind, yeah.
Yeah.
You could set yourself up for a Nyx pick. Oh, or wait, is it banned? Sorry. Yeah, Nyx is taken out.
Yeah.
So you could go for that. I was gonna say Spirit does like to play the Nyx, and then both of your supports are countered in a way. But since it is gone, could see something like that. I do like having it more of a melee hero with these Snapfires and AAs, just a +1 that can be more of a tanky one. But I guess the DK satisfies that. So is the Mars as a core position.
Night Stalker ban, something that I think is very underrated as a pick, can be played at all 3 core roles, and like just be able to jump the back line, silence it. Very interesting ban here, not something that we usually see, but
yeah, Bach played it versus Liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, versus EG as well, and it actually, I think they lost both of those games, but it looked good still.
And Lacoste loves the hero.
I just love the hero. It's much stronger laner than people think. First 5 minutes, you have a high HP region, you have a high base armor as well, good attack animation, so you don't care too much about it. There's a couple of matchups that you don't like to play into, but definitely a strong hero. Would definitely also love to see more of it.
I do like him versus the Mars. You know, you're flying in and out. You break initiation in a lot of ways too with that massive silence.
So does the TB ban indicate anything about where this Dragon Knight's going? Or is it still pretty open to interpretation mid or off lane?
I think it's still flex.
TNC Predators turn to
Hoodwink.
The Hoodwink ban.
A break mechanic.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Bristle?
Team Spirit also played it as position 5, I believe, this time around. Ancient Apparition. I don't want AA to be flexed. Feels like a waste of gold when he's not played as a position 5.
Agreed.
10 seconds remaining.
Seen a lot of players running it. Don't look at me. You know, I know. I know because I played 4AA with him. He hates me when I pick it.
That's why
gives me this stupid look.
What is your item build on 4AA?
There is no build. That's the point. You don't know what to do with your money. You're just like, I'm just gonna buy a shard at 20, and now I've just got a shard, and I'm a
3 null talismans and a Kyle. Let's go.
Hey, good work.
Don't give me that look. Excuse me, this little.
We spend too much time together, me and Fog, just hanging around, talking to each other, playing the games together, laning. We had to take a break for a couple of days.
Yeah. Late night messages.
For sure.
You know, there's some tilt in some of those games for sure. I'm jungling, he's jungling, who knows what happens. Clockwork.
Another strength. Like, is Timbersaw available?
They better take Timber.
Like, they better just get the Timber straight
it's
away.
It's still the Timbersaw available,
like,
but does Team Spirit play it?
Or put Mars on the mid lane.
Okay.
I really want to see it. It's really good in combination also with AA. Just buff up the numbers. Good of course, 3 strength cores. So, yeah. Move that Mars mid.
At least the Clockwork is justified because you said you wanted a melee pairing for the Snapfire. Something to cookie with.
Good for scouting AA's positioning. Seen a couple times now these Clockwork versus Mars also where you hook shot, you don't go through the wall, but you stun the target that's inside of the Mars arena.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty funny interaction.
Okay, well they go for a pairing with the arena, but I'm with you. Why are they leaving Timber on the table unless if it's just non-collapses Arsenal?
I don't see the reason why you shouldn't pick it. Like, this is one of the most free Timbersaw games. You get Hood, you don't get any damage from these heroes. You have naturally high armor coming up from your reactive against the Snapfire. You don't care too much about it.
Also, now, what is the answer to an offlane DK? You're going to need it from your core like an Ursa or something, because I feel like Willow nor AA really scare an offlane DK very much.
So yeah, this is offlane Dragon Knight for sure. Now with the Puck pick, they already showed their position 4 and 5 with Snapfire Clockwork. I don't know, just get that Timbersaw again. Huh?
I think you just pick Timber, and then now Mars is even better mid, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the Mars
against
versus Puck matchup a lot, so I think it stands out for me. And it's something I've seen Spirit do a lot in the DPC. Please pick the Timber. It's gonna get banned otherwise.
I mean, they're taking a long time to think about this.
Yeah. They already have good team fights, so I just want them to have more damage.
Wraith King!
Okay. So that AA Wraith King, the lane that we used to see be pretty dominant, but I've been seeing this lane get taken advantage of pretty heavily in most situations now.
How do they fare against DK?
I think he just stands there.
Yeah, I think it just stands there. It is. We are saying maxed Hellfire Blast or Wraithfire Blast on Wraith King these days, so a little bit more magic damage. But I don't think it's sustainable, and the skeletons are just gonna tickle a Dragon Knight. I mean, at this point, TNC may not even bother banning the Timber because they're like, well, you would have picked it by now if you really wanted it.
Yeah, I still think they should. I think they should ban it because, as we're saying, you know, you can still switch the lanes up easily for Spirit. But maybe Spirit just doesn't want it.
Meanwhile, they'll ban out someone who can walk in and out of the arena with the Lifestealer, Jug still in the pool.
Tiny ban.
I'm looking at some puck counters if they don't want to put Mars in the mid, which is a good matchup for Mars, much better than I expected. First time I saw it, I thought it was an anomaly, but then like it showed that it's really strong for Mars. So some kind of a silence, a bit more control. Puck can dodge all of these abilities with the phase shift. You don't have that like one big initiation that he goes in and just slaps him, stuns him. So Puck pretty much having a free game here.
I've been seeing a lot of teams going back toward that Ember, where they go for the Orb of Corrosion and they try to slight span the Puck, but I've seen the Puck win every one of these matchups now. I heard all the pros talking about it too, where the Ember is able to bully the Puck, but now I think there's just too much sustain. There's too many runes. Like, Puck just heals through it and ends up winning the lane, and then it's got this godly coil versus Ember in most of the games, so I think they might go for it on Spirit, but I wouldn't like if they did.
10 seconds.
Where do you think TNC are going to go with their carry? They're going to go for something late game, like a Spectre, or more early game combat like an Ursa?
I would love Spectre.
Like
Spectre just ruins Ancient Apparition and Dark Willow. Like these backline supports, they love to stand further away. Also Clockwork, Puck, very mobile heroes. What about Timbersaw, huh? Timbersaw?
Please pick Timber, right?
Think about that.
I really hope they do pick it.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, they ban out a collapse specialty with Kunkka.
They go for the Underlord. So they
similar.
still put the
It's
Mars mid.
It's still a similar kind of concept with that percent damage, and the root is really nice versus Puck.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. That is a collapse special as well.
Sure.
So it is going to be that mid Mars. They do have good ways to kill DK at all stages of the game with AA and
And it
Underlord.
would discourage against a Spectre pick now, probably.
It does. It does for sure.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm all right with that. Natural Pipe Buyer as well versus this heavy magic damage that TNC will be able to come out with Puck and Snapfire.
So
What
you're
else
playing
is there in
against
the
what?
pool? Because you can't pick like Phantom Lancer, even though it looks good. I don't think it's banned now against the Underlord, the root mechanic.
But Ursa.
Your Aura, yeah, Ursa's okay.
I think
Call
Ursa's
Fog?
the best one because it's just a lane matchup. And then the squishy supports, you don't really care. There's no hard lockdown coming from the support, so you're going to get Enrage off. You can just run through.
I don't think it's that bad for Underlord in the laning stage against Ursa. When you're paired up with the Dark Willow, you have double root mechanic, so you can keep them inside the Firestorm. Ursa level 1 doesn't do that much damage as people expect, and he's gonna be paired up with Clockwork, so not too much synergy there. Like the chase potential is, but you also need to get like inside the cogs, which could be a bit problematic. You can jump in, still don't think it's a bad matchup for Underlord.
Not a bad matchup for Underlord. What do you think, Tsunami?
It's a hero that we haven't seen very much of, but it's one that I think it's going to rise in prominence mainly because of how this meta is evolving. With tanky cores, heals, stuff like that. There aren't really that many saves on TNC, so it's not that big of a deal to try to take down a DK. I think he's more mortal than people are expecting. I like Spirit's creativity. It's just that I feel that if they didn't pick Timbersaw here, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. So I'm going TNC for game number 1.
Okay,
TNC's got the Nigma style. That looks like a Nigma draft to me, which
Yeah.
just looks so dominant, just the pace that you can set. Spirits looks a bit more slow with this Wraith King.
It is,
Has
because
not been
Wraith
working
King
as well.
needs time to come online. Underlord also very sluggish. I'm kind of favoring TNC here. Like this Ursa, the first Roshan, something that he relies on taking, always going to be there. Snapfire with the minus armor. Clockwork can be extremely aggressive early on. Same goes for Puck. Very, like you said, I'm having these Nigma vibes from their draft.
T1 also on the side of TNC here for this match. This match is very important, actually. TNC, if they win this game, even just one game, they at least avoid any kind of tiebreaker scenario for elimination. So that's really good. And by winning, they also keep their dream alive in terms of perhaps getting into the tiebreakers for upper bracket. So that's still an option for them as well. They are literally on the cusp. They are 6-6. And Team Spirit, they need to win. They can lose to have some tiebreaker scenarios for elimination, but winning very, very important. Let's find out how Game 1 is going to play itself out. We're heading over to our commentary duo, Officer Action Slacks and AY2000.
Where we got ruined?
Cheater.
Well, I'm here actually with OD Pixel. He's the best play-by-play caster in the world. I've really looked forward to casting with him at the
No! Nobody takes my commentator duo. Welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Owen's out, Owie's in, and we can't wait to get to Team Spirit versus TNC. Mr. 2000, as they call you there in your local hangouts. What do you think about this draft? What do you think about these teams? Don't cheat. Don't look at it and memorize it.
Something's happening in the game already, though.
All right, let's go to the game. Let's go. All right, enough.
I want to go see it.
Welcome to the cast, ladies and germs. It's so good to have you all here for this very exciting match. Sheever set it up absolutely perfectly right before she
didn't ruin it at all,
ruined our cool intro. We primed Sheever. We told her last night we were so excited about our cool intro, and then she said, yeah, I'll do it right, wink. Very cruel.
Yeah, so I think Spirit is probably a smoke, but they have a first blood on the Wraith King, which is a huge deal in this lane.
Yes,
Who
absolutely.
died? Yeah, they killed Gabby too.
So smoke, big deal. Oh my God, we were late. Oh my God, this is a replay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, the action just does not stop between these two teams. As we see another team fight there. Please don't make a Reddit thread. We were doing our best, okay? We had a bit, and we wanted to do it. I'm sorry you missed the action there, but start off with 1 kill.
Yeah, and Tim's managed to snipe the bounty rune there, so I think... No, they actually... Yeah, he managed to snipe the bounty rune there, so not 3 bounty runes in the first one, but looking nice for Team Spirit. It's clear that they came into this game with a plan, you know? I don't think they've been feeling... Like, it's not like they've looked bad at this major, but I think they know they could do better, and this time, they're off. Aggression right away.
Yeah, a little bit of some stun action there on Mr. DK, and Clockwork doing a fantastic job there, running some interference, getting in their face here. Seeing so many DKs these days, Mr. 2000. He's the leader of the bunch, you know him well, and he is back yet again.
Yeah, I've honestly been surprised by how well this hero has been doing in the offlane. When I see DK, like in my head, I feel like there are a lot of carry matchups that can do really well versus this hero. But I think teams are like, have looked at his skill set and just thought that even if he gets countered in lane, he's still going to have a lot of impact in the game. And also, he's been doing really well in these lanes too.
What is his... Oh, no, right into the brambles. There you go. That $70 set from Dire Tide. Not, you know, paying off there. It's very sad. What is DK's skill set? Max Dragon Blood and stand there? I mean...
That is his skill set, actually. Like, you can mess with the enemy CS. They buffed the stun to only be 70 mana for 70 damage, so you can sort of spam that out at level 1 and 2. And then you pretty much just tank up and out-CS your opponent. At level 6, you'll pressure the tower.
Jeez. Pathetic. Maxing Dragon Blood, people. Oh, it's so
what do you
boring.
go on Slacks DK for the aspiring pros out there?
I don't go DK.
Okay.
Because I have an attention span. I don't understand how someone can play DK and just get, you know, just stand there regenning.
Winning's fun.
Winning is fun.
Winning is super fun.
Well, neither one of us would know a lot about that.
That's true.
At any rate, mid lane though, let's take a look there. Doing pretty even Steven here. I guess Puck's a little bit ahead here. But Underlord is already, of course, on the, you know, leading in the last hits. Not having a very good time on the Snapfire as very low HP. Gonna get into that bramble again? You can't just walk into the brambles like that, Owie.
Yeah, and Snapfire has no TP for 10 seconds after it respawns. So
no.
It's looking good for the Dire team. Like, this aggression coming out from Spirit, this is how I want them to play. Because if you look at these two teams, how they match up, they're both really aggressive teams, so it's about who can push it a step further without, like, overcommitting.
And try and fire with fire, as it were, as both these guys are starting to run at each other. We already have more kills than there is minutes in the game. This is very depressing for Snapfire having to wait, but she's going to grab some items. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Mr. Clockwork still running a little bit of interference, making some space for that extremely boring Dragon Knight character. But he's getting some last hits now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to kill top lane. Maybe they'll pick off the AA if Clockwork gets a good go on her. But I think what you want to see this game is, I would like to see how TNC support join up this game. Just because they have the melee plus range, they're a lot more mobile in their map control. You can compare that to like an AA and a Willow, who can't really make moves together early.
Ursa down in the bottom lane, rocking that small child cosmetic, one of my favorites. You know, if a man does not even care enough to protect his little baby and brings him into battle doing backflips, you gotta be afraid of that guy. You don't know what he's capable of, Alan.
Yeah, that is scary.
Would you ever do that? Bring your kin into battle and do backflips?
I would not.
Well, you're smarter
I think you
than
would,
that,
but
I definitely would.
You would.
Extra.
It'd be really funny. That's a good bet, so you got to do it. I think Ursa's build, he went for the Mask of Death. I think it's really smart because this is like a sustain war here. Oh,
nice pin there. It's probably not going to be enough to kill the Puck, of course, but evening up that HP. And here comes Clockwork. He's just saying, back up, dog.
Yeah, he's just trying to secure his Puck, this water rune. And you can see, like, this is the map presence of the Clockwork, having this melee support here. If, like, the Willow can't rotate the same way, if he was there, like, Puck would have been dead on the rune.
Very unfortunate.
I guess this is why DK's strong too. Because he's so tanky at this point with 2 points into Dragon's Blood, Clockwork felt very comfortable just going over to mid, securing the water rune, and like keeping the equilibrium for Puck.
Yeah, truly, he's not even worth clicking at this point. He just kind of exists. You just let it happen. Wow, these roots are just doing some work here. Grandma getting in the way of Dark Willow, making sure that she cannot finish the job, as Underlord is still on the top of your last hits here. It is a pretty bad spread here in favor of Dire, my friend.
Yeah, actually, this lane, I thought like it was interesting from Gabby because he thinks that he needs to out-sustain the Underlord in order to stay in the lane, so he rushed the Mask of Death. But I don't know if his plan's working. I'm not too sure if it's like his support was a bit weak or, oh, they're going for a kill here.
Here, oh my goodness gracious. Grandma taking out the younger generation there as we wait to see what happens. Perhaps they will go on this Underlord as well. Clockwork in position. Tim's is a hungry, hungry hippo, but we will see if he has the gusto to pull this one off. I don't think so. JJ, are they going to do it? No.
He has 10 sick charges. He's really just tanky and strong. He really has boots. And they get this D ward too. It's really important. So I was looking forward to see how TNC rotated, but unfortunately, like, the Snapfire solo kills the Dark Willow, but then he doesn't have enough resources to go for the bigger kill. So even though they got the kill on the Willow, I don't know if they're happy with the sequence of events that just happened.
Yeah. Willow, of course, happy to give her life. And yet again, these brambles are getting caught. But they lose the rune as well. Owie, this match is starting to get a bit away from them despite their last hit lead here. Puck is actually catching up now, leading up those last hits. So what do you think about the... Oh, whoa, whiffed the shotgun. The boomstick did miss, and here we go. All those stick charges are going to be just fine for ya boy, Underlord.
Yeah, he's just really hard to kill right now. Sorry, you're asking me something?
Nah, I forgot.
That's
obviously doesn't matter. No, but what do you think about these lanes in the mid matchup? How's the Mars versus Puck? I've heard that Puck is kind of real good against Mars, right? Should we see some rotations, or is it the opposite?
I haven't heard that one. I think like Puck's just a very stable mid hero. If you get, I was just gonna talk about it. He should look to TP in and coil someone. That's the strength of Puck. This mid matchup in general, like if either one TPs, because of how far you can TP away from tower, you're just on top of them already. You just pick off a free kill.
Yep, beautiful dodge there by Armel as he moves in on that Ancient Apparition. As you said, time to rotate and put down that coil as we see that this match is still pretty even. Here we go, Mars trying to do the same thing, but does Mars have the same kind of kill ability as Puck? Absolutely. Goodbye, Grandma, as he will take one himself. Looks like these teams are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, it's the same move coming out. When the enemy mid rotates, it means that he spends, well, I like to consider your early game ultimate, his TP scroll, and it means that he can't respond to your move. So anywhere you go on this Mars, once Puck has shown his TP, is pretty much a free kill. Chooses to get a bottom, it's pretty good. There's a big difference though. Puck sort of rotated defensively and helped his top lane out, but but they're not pressuring the tower at all. Meanwhile, Underlord, since he had a good lane and a rotation, they've already done 800 damage to his tower.
Oh, look at that. That was some quick fingers coming out from the Clockwork. A well-deserved taunt there. One of the most powerful things you can do in any Dota game is to gloriously taunt after any skill usage.
Yeah, I think the mental game with Dota is really underrated. It breaks down teams, especially EG, but sorry.
That is true, and also
it's
a
just
shame.
so free, Sag.
Who do you see taunting the most?
Definitely that old like Misery Weeha, King RD,
oh god,
Stack, like HFN. Those guys, they just couldn't stop taunting.
Yes.
And yeah.
They disbanded because of it, I think.
Yeah, they just taunted too much, that's why? Yeah, I think they're right.
Very sad. As we see Wraith King here, he's going to take out one life and looking to set up for number 2. Tim's trying to make his way in, but they are separated out. Those dangerous brambles coming in. Tim now has to run. We're going to probably see a spear into the cogs. Easy pickup. Puck, however, will still be chilling in the back, you know, biding time. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a little bit of some pushka down underneath the tower. And Dragon Knight actually going to rotate in to save Grandmama.
They rotated the puck as well. They need to get this kill.
Uh-oh. That is a big pit. Great jump in by your grandma right there. But here we go. Dragon Knight not going to let him go. They get that big kill, and maybe they'll get a little bit more. Ancient Apparition a bit slow as the old man tries to shuffle his way out. Gonna have to cut through that tree. Excellent move there. That's some LD casting right there. He cut through the tree, owie! And
wow.
He'll die. Wowie!
Wow.
As he goes down as well.
Yeah, really stellar play from TNC. I think how Puck's movements, it's really measured how he's moving this game. He didn't leave mid too early. He just like waited for his time, bided his time. He TBs for a kill. You know, he walks up top for a kill, and he's already. Oh, what just happened? He just got him.
My goodness gracious.
He dodged the one in the river, but he couldn't dodge this one.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's been very measured in his rotations, and it leads to him just taking over the map. He kills him top, he kills him bottom. He's just everywhere.
Yep. Now Underlord does really well in the lanes, as I've seen, but we haven't seen this hero too much lately. And, you know, I don't see him having too much impact besides Uber rides in pro games. In your pub games, you know, he'll be able to run over you, do some carry Underlord stuff, but do you really think he's going to have that much impact in this game?
I think they have an idea with this hero. I think it's mostly this DK hero has been picked really early, and because of that, because he looks so good most at the hands of Nigma, teams have been trying to figure out what heroes can counter his toolset. I think one of the best counters to him is going to be like % magic damage, and that's what Underlord does. He also just like controls the area. DK's not the most mobile hero. You get a good pit off, a good firestorm, like you're going to kill this hero almost on your own.
Oh, there we go, the one-man coil followed up by Mortimer's kisses. Oh, Dark Willow. More embarrassing than a day having copy pastas on Reddit about her. She's just taken out, Owie.
Yeah, and that's a good kill because they defended this bottom wagon. I think Spirit really wanted to get the tower with that wagon, but a quick rotation from TNC.
Wow, Jesus. TNC is all over the place right now. Dragon Knight trying to make his way out. Great defensive spear, though, by the Mars as he TPs in with half health to protect his big carry. And here we go. Nice arena trying to get a little bit of something here. Pops that sticky. And Grandmama, she's going down. Sad tale. Dark Willow getting some revenge on that Clockwork as well. Not the best initiation from TNC. They have got to be careful with all this aggression. Those kind of bad moves into the jungle, not too great. But hey, look, Urs is still farming. It's fine, right, guys?
Yeah, this is where you go on your chat wheel, you do some space created. And honestly, it's not so bad. You lost a couple supports, but you forced everyone here. So, I mean, there are worse things, right? Like, it's better than dying in your own triangle.
It is definitely worse things. That's a Dota player mentality right there.
No. That's not a Dota player mentality. If someone dies like that, you definitely break your items in Dota. Like, it's just not good.
Gracious. As we return to the mid lane now, Dragon Knight gonna be using his inherent powers of turn into a dragon, push tower, very complicated hero.
But the idea from Spirit, they just sit an Underlord there. If he's just standing in front, using his % damage, AoE control, then Dragon Knight, he pops a Dragon for it, but he doesn't hit the tower at all.
He knows his life is over, but maybe he can right-click one of those cogs before he goes down. Very generous to let the Dragon Knight get that kill. Never going to see that except for in pro games. I
would have taken that kill.
I would have taken that kill.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus.
The stupid cores don't deserve it.
They don't deserve anything.
They don't deserve anything.
What are you going to do? Put another point in Dragon's blood?
Yeah.
Huh? Jesus. Anyway.
I think TNC, they're playing this game and they're playing a very 4-protect-1 style for the Ursa right now. But I think as soon as he gets his Diffuser Blade, he's going to start to pop off. I think TNC are one of the better teams at running multi-core lineups because of how fluid they are with the resources they give to each core. As soon as you have a timing, they're going to go fight, and then they're just going to bring everyone.
Oh, and Tim's just getting picked on by the Smarts. Nice aggressive movement there. If you want to come mess with me, you're getting the hook shot, and he won't even be able to finish him off there. That was the biggest balls move I have ever seen. Hook shots into the man. I love it.
That was a really great reaction. The moment he sees him, he just cogs him, and then he hooks him. He doesn't die. That's a Mars arena down. They have a window now.
That's what I'm saying, kids at home. If you ever have a bully, you just hook shot straight into him, you know? Don't try to run.
Yes, use your hook shot.
Use
your hook shot him. That's really good advice.
The hook shot that you bought off eBay. The Legend of Zelda replica hook shot. Shoot it right at his face and run at him.
I think I want to mention at the bottom shrine in Radiant's jungle, they placed this ward near the shrine. I actually really like these wards.
What is that?
Well, no, it's just a ward beside the shrine. They're just hard to de-ward because you don't expect them to put the ward on the shrine itself, and they're like a bit harder to sentry.
Okay, uh-oh, there we go. Mortimer's Kiss is that magical damage early, but he's going to go ahead and pop that little hoodie. He's going to live for a bit, but it's not long enough in this Dragon Knight. Just seems to be what he has been for the last several days, this invincible, mindless push machine.
I mean, they traded for Puck there. I think they're okay with that on Spirit.
Of course.
Yeah, because if Puck's not alive, I feel like they have so many tanky front. Like, they have an Alliance-style draft on Team Spirit where you just have 3 tanky cores. And if one of them dies, as long as they don't have enough magic damage to burst the next one, like, you can always stand in front of your towers.
Ooh, now what do you think about this Ursa's build? He has gotten a lot of free space, but he looks like he's going for more of a fighty build than a farmy build.
I think this is the meta on Ursa.
Oh,
he uses jump, so he can't get out of arena.
Oh, but he doesn't have to go over the arena. He can just run straight at the Mars where he's at right now, but a little bit of damage there, and he will be taken out. Nice rotation here from Team Spirit, but they do have to dedicate everyone to taking out Mr. Bear. So, the mindless dragon will go mid and take a tower. I am sorry, I'm gonna try to work on my biases. Dragon Knights, man, not into it.
Yeah, and a little bit of impatience coming up from Gabby there. If he had held the clap, maybe he could have lived there. But I think it was a blink reveal on Mars. Maybe, like, he probably would have died anyways.
A common problem. Many people I know, I've wished that they held the clap, but they, well, just let it go. As we see, Puck pushing out the lanes now, doing what she can. Or, excuse me, they can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pushing out those lanes, making some space for the Ursa. And you said this is the meta now on Ursa, huh?
Yeah, I think usually you go Diffusal Blade on this hero. The Battle Fury build is just too slow, and because they've nerfed Sange so many times, your transition out of Battle Fury doesn't feel that good. And Wraith King almost has his Radiance, but I hope they don't like overestimate their timing on Spirit.
Oh, the deny of the Observer. That is what all supports in the chat, pushing her away from the allies.
Yeah, and Spirit have a timing come out with the Radiance, but how they fight, it needs to be pretty much how they've been playing this game. You need to play at range, try to burst a hero because you have an AA lineup. I don't want to see them like full commit into these fights just because you have a Radiance.
Oh, trying to navigate the brambles, getting a little bit nervous and walking straight in, but Pimbunkle picks up the kill in half a second. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm sorry, I should be casting the action, but the observing is just as hype as he goes into the brambles anyway. Fate decree that the dragon die there that day.
The observing has been top-notch though.
Yes.
I gotta say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but TNC, every time something happens on the map, they're very good this game about going to the other side of the map and getting something. You know, you lose a couple heroes in the enemy triangle, you're taking top tower. Your Ursa dies top, you're taking mid tower. So even though Spirit are getting these small pickoffs, maybe even some objectives, TNC's always looking for whatever they can get on the map.
See that? You compliment the observer and then he misses a Roche attack.
That's terrible.
My God.
That is bad.
Open up your eyes, JJ. Please, this is a major for Christ's sake. Gabby, he's gonna go and grab that Aegis. He's got the Diffusal Blade. He is getting ready to rock here. A few more items, and he will be a sure to force rip-apart machine. I mean, Ursa's pretty amazing in this draft, right? All these big tanky boys, but this hero, he can just rip right through him, Maui.
Yeah, and they don't really have the type of, like, abilities you need to kite Ursa. I would like to see them build a couple of Yo Scepters. They already have one on the Dark Willow, actually, so they've recognized this as well, just to kite this guy out. Their lineup on Spirit is good at drawing heroes in, just because you have the pit and the bramble. There's just a lot of stuff on the ground.
Oh my gosh, it's fun! Sorry, go ahead.
They're good at kiting people because they put stuff on the floor.
Oh my God! Sorry, that
What
was
did you even see? What happened?
It was she was spinning. She spun and the action lines came up. It was incredible.
That's very good.
Thank you very much here. As we have absolutely lost the power in this. If anyone can hear me out.
Dire are scanning.
Illusion!
And sweet.
Players here!
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
Behold! God, I love money.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're having some technical issues, but don't worry. I'm not at the venue, of course. I'm off-site, so I'm able to get wired in, and I'll be here to run you through the action whilst we wait for the rest of the team to be able to get themselves back online. So apologies, you're going to have to stick with me for solo casting, but I'll try my best, as we've got a great match on our hands here. Of course, TNC versus Team Spirit, 12-13 at the moment, 23 minutes in. Very close, and Team Spirit starting to amp up the pressure down on this bottom half of the map up to the tier 2. We'll see what sort of a fight TNC wants to come in. They're going to have Tim's back in action in a second, the full squad ready to go. It looks to be no moves made around here. They still need to get that BKB done on Tim so they can have him in on the front line. See how the progress is for Team Spirit. Yatoro, he's got that Radiance SMY top lane. Armel continue to put on this split push pressure. They've got to get some big moves around this puck, really. Armel, if he can get that lockdown, this bear DK is going to be able to get in there and tear him apart. The struggle is going to be getting through this Wraith King 2 times. Top net worth at the moment, 13k on the Wraith King. As, I mean, this sort of a game being this close, this is what we like to see. The next fight really could set one of these carries ahead. We'll see, Wraith King versus the Ursa. Can the Ursa be able to take him down twice? Armel, he's trying for an opening, but it's just a one-man Dream Coil. Not going to be good enough. Not going to be what TNC need, and Team Spirit know that. As soon as that comes out, the Dream Coil not used to great effect, they're ready for the counterplay. Toronto Tokyo, he's in again onto Tim's. He's got him in the arena. Yatoro coming in as well with the Ray 5 Blast. That's going to be Tim's gone. Armel's trying to get over towards the back lines, but they've caught him. They've controlled him. He's trying to get away. Backups coming in from Bot committed with the BKB. Gabby straight for the back lines. He's in over the mirror. They've taken down the Willow. Diffusal slowed down on him. And Poshka, he'll be able to pick up the A as well. As Gabby kills off the squishies at the back lines. They're looking for Toronto Tokyo. Can they get the big one? They're in with the silence. Gabby, he's in on top of him. There's no escape for the Mars. It's another kill here for Gabby. Triple kill for the Bear. As TNC starting to get that action going that they need. This is the sort of moves they need to make. Gabby being able to find the beautiful targets on the back. They can't hold back the Bear. These heroes are a little too vulnerable to Gabby just getting in their face. And look at this speed from TNC. Immediately up to the top half of the map. They're ready to go again in Yatoro. They've found him on his own up top. Gabby and Bok, they're going for the Wraith King. They've got to get some help in here, but there's Tim's. Hook shot in place. He's going to stop Yatoro from being able to get back towards the safety of his base. Collapse coming in from the side, trying to help turn things around. Ice Blast coming crashing over towards them, but Gabby's able to back off in time. The Ice Blast won't catch him. Tim's, it'll get left behind. He's caught by the root. Gabby, he wants to fight back. He's going back in onto Collapse. Collapse pushed out to the side. He's trying to hide into the trees, turns around with the pit. He's got the lockdown onto Bok. Team Spirit, do they have the damage for this DK there? They don't at all. Bok's more than fine. He can walk it off. At the end of it all, Team Spirit, they will manage to make sure that Wraith King gets back safely with that second life, but they can't kill anything more than Tim's. In fact, Gabby's back in. You just can't stop this Bear. Gabby, kill after kill after kill. As he's definitely been able to have a lot bigger of an impact in these fights, really, compared to the Wraith King. That's a similar net worth. This Bear is just something quite terrifying here from Gabby. And he's very close to having the basher done as well. This game is not going to get easier for some of these vulnerable heroes like Miposhka on the AA, Mirror on the Dark Willow. If Gabby gets in with a bash, these heroes are they're going to disappear. It's Team Spirit. They're heading up. Gabby. They've got vision of him. They've got the blast. He's got BKB in a few seconds. Even so, Team Spirit, they're very hesitant about committing onto the Bear. They've felt and experienced these fights now that the TNC have been able to show where they can just enable the Bear, get Gabby in on the front. And holding this position, TNC sticking over on Team Spirit's side of the map. Gonna make a move onto the Snapfire. Backups not going to be coming by the looks of it. TNC, they'll let Boomy go here. But they still want to try and fight this TNC. It's 4 versus 5. All they do, Collapse. He steps in the road with the Collapse. Got to be Collapse gone. Mirror's got to run away, but Tim's, he's in with a hook shot. Armel gets the Dream Core down. They've caught the 2 of them. As Mirror and Yatoro are trapped, Box in with the BKB. Toronto Tokyo trying to turn with the arena. The Ice Blast comes down onto the puck. Armel's gone. Yatoro, he's being fully focused. They've taken him down once. Can Gabby do it a second time? BKB unavailable and Enrage. It's unavailable for 20 seconds, but again, Tim's with the cogs pushing back Team Spirit, giving the space for Gabby to reset. So they may have lost Armel, but they get 2 for it. And again, it's TNC maintaining control of the jungle, pushing Spirit out of this area. Roshan is back up. Gabby wants to go for it. He's rather low at the moment. So he has got to be a little cautious. He's going to try and lifesteal him up a little bit off the neutrals before heading into the pit. Of course, they've got great ways to tank it with Bok on the DK. It's definitely something they can go for. Team Spirit's going to have the full roster up in a few seconds. We'll see if Spirit's going to head over, is going to be able to get over there in time. They've still got the tier 2 mid to TP towards. And already the rest of them, they're heading over. And TNC know Gabby, he doesn't want to force this. Still a little low, wants to reset, gets the basher picked up from base. But now, with that TP back to base having said, he's going to have to make a quick move straight back over here. I guess at the least here for TNC, Team Spirit's potential to take Roshan is not nearly as quick as that of TNC, so I guess that's why he does feel it's okay to sort of head back and take the slow play. Not too worried about the pressure here from Spirit. Still, you know, an incredible amount of farm here on Yutora. So let's have a look around the pit. They want the fight. Spirit, they can get this Roche, but they have to kill first. They will not be able to do it whilst TNC's up. TNC, they're ready to strike. Just a single kill here for TNC, as long as Gabby lives, will mean that they can go for the Roche. It's going to be a big one here. Who's able to make the first jump? There's Gabby.
Oh, and you son of a bitch, you're trying to take my cast on forcibly? What kind of anime? What is this? What kind of anime plot is this? I throw your pillow out and then you come in out of nowhere? You think you're cool, Owen?
My plan is foiled. I destroyed the power to your venue. I was going to take this exciting game for myself.
I saw a hooded man with a large pair of wire cutters behind the building. I didn't mention it. Who would have thought it'd be OD Pixel? You just can't help yourself, can you, friend?
I'll get you next time.
Are you still there?
I'm still here. I'm just shocked by the insidious plot from this evil man just to kick us off.
Jesus, Owen, you're
probably doing the world a favor, but you know.
I'll get you next time, you meddling kids. Good luck with the game, boys. Love ya.
Get the hell out of here. What a sick. That's how you cast the TI finals, man. You find somebody you don't like, you just go in and literally cut the power to the entire place.
You did throw him.
I did throw him.
You did throw him, so that was probably deserved.
That haunted
It's back
pillow.
to the game.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't really know what's happening anymore. I haven't even watched.
Owie, pay attention.
I'm sorry.
We're supposed to be casting, Owie. Get off of your Nintendo Switches.
Oh, I really, I really like Puck's build this game because he has an Ursa carry. Ursa's very single target focus. You need more damage. Oh, one sec, big fight.
Oh, here we go. Dragon Knight moving in, pops that BKB instantly, and then Ursa's with a quick follow-up. Looking to get as many kills as humanly possible. See that AA on the back line and making sure to get him out first. With that now, they'll be able to turn a little bit onto the Dragon Knight as he is trapped in this arena, in this pit, and woo, they tore him up pretty good with that DK. Excuse me, with that WK, as they now move in to the pit. Without Dragon Knight, pretty scary to do this team fight. Everybody's ults still online, though, from TNC. This is probably not going to be just a free Roche, is it, Owie?
No, they should contest this for sure. They have buyback on the DK if they need to, and I think right now Roshan's the complete focal point of this game.
Yep.
It's the second Roshan, you get the shard from it.
The shard? We can't afford to lose the shard, for God's sakes. Puck in the back line trying to take out Willow. Big control there, and there we go. Great little hook shot, but it ain't going to be enough. They're not taking out anybody yet. They're going to lose the clockwork. Roshan in critical condition here as this fight is just so spread out. Buyback coming out from Clock. They know how important this is. There, finally, the Drink Coil is committed. Roshan getting low. The Ursa wants it. Mr. Bear takes that Aegis as a snack, ladies and gentlemen, as they move on to the Wraith King. Wraith King trying to beat down anybody that he can, and it looks like the Uber is going to make his way out. They don't have enough damage to take him out, but they could potentially separate, and they will not be able to. They're going to get their boy out of there, but a nice snatch coming out from TNC. That was a close call, but it was very costly. They had to do some buybacks for that one.
Yeah, both sides actually spending a lot of buybacks. Both teams identified that this is the pivotal fight that's going to change the game. Underlord did manage to snag the cheese and the shard, though.
Oh.
So Wraith King, I think he took the shard from that. Yeah, he still has it queued up. So he took the shard from the Roshan, which helps a lot. Before he was holding like 2 mangoes just so he didn't get the Fusil Blade burned.
Yep, that is pretty terrifying stuff. This guy is sharded and he is ready. to turn it around on his enemies. Ursa, however, pretty happy to get that Aegis, however it is supposed to be said.
I don't know how it's supposed to be said.
Aegus, Among Us. As we move. Could that be a new thing? Can we do that meme all the time?
Nope.
Okay.
Back to the Puck, though. I really like his build because when
Fine, just talk about Puck's build.
Yes, I want to talk about it.
Go.
So you have a DK offlane. He does almost no damage. He's itemizing just to tank up with the eggs. You know, slow down the Wraith King with the increased slow you get from that. Ursa's very single target. He's not going to really 1v5 a game the way like a Terrorblade carry would. So he's itemizing completely for magical damage. He has a Kaya Sandra ready. He's upgrading his Dagon all the way to Dagon 5. I think it's a really good build.
Yeah, the Dagon. But what is the utility of this Dagon? Oh, because he wants to take out Ancient Apparition.
You just want to kill supports. Yeah.
As quickly as possible.
Clockwork's going to give you additional vision. Hopefully Clockwork can jump them with you. You just jump them, you kill the back line. All of a sudden, because the Dire team...
That's a smoke. Shh,
okay.
Be quiet. They just smoked underneath a ward. They know that they're there.
The
and
two supports smoked and they broke it.
They already broke it. One of the most depressing smokes I've ever seen in my career, but it happened, and we needed to talk about it. That's literally what they
That was
failed
very
for.
important, yeah.
All right, continue, Owie.
So if you can break the formation of Dire's team, like you can burst out 1 or 2 heroes before the fight begins, again, it becomes hard to like kite your lineup. You want to, like, right now Team Spirit's thinking about ways that they can kite the Ursa and the Puck and the DK and stuff, and TNC, on the other hand, should be thinking of, like, how can we stop them from stopping us?
Oh, there you go. Talking about
That's
insta-kill, and now the Ancient Apparition in some tasty places, but looks like Mars moving in on the back line, trying to stop that BKB. Great hook shot to stall that one out, and now Mars has to think about, do I get out of here? The pit, the arena, it's scary stuff, but there's Mr. Bears, and he's looking for his cub. Where's my baby? He tears them up. Oh no, the cheese popped on the backside. Now he's in some big trouble. Cookie gonna move him out. The force step, but it ain't enough. There goes the Aegis. He's got the high five ready. He's taunting his own teammate. What cruelty come forth as DK on the backline hit by that AA, and he's gonna go down instantly. Not the fight you're looking for on Team TNC. Well handled by Team Spirit.
Yeah, just that cheese snatch. You can imagine if Underlord didn't manage to snatch the cheese, the outcome of that fight would have been completely different. And they're setting up top already. The sneaky Dark Rift.
Look at this sneaky Dark Rift. My goodness. You know, inner city gangs used to use Priuses when they came out because they were silent for drive-bys. You know
I did not know that.
Now you know it. And this is very much the same. This is the Prius of Underlords, sneaking into lanes to do some violent actions. Wonder if they'll use Teslas for that later. That's pretty high class. Anyway, gang violence in America aside, let's get back to the game here as... oh my goodness gracious! That's going to be a cookie for Mr. Bear. He's got to get out of there. And that is a double damage Big Boy King, just making a realm out of the enemy triangle. And now they're looking like they want to go mid. 44 seconds left on that Dragon Knight.
And look at the confidence coming off from Wraith King.
Woo.
He was completely alone. He's just going in.
Holy moly! Get out of there, boys. Force staff uphill. Great calculated force staff. But they got to do something else here. They can't just... oh, Mars looking for some Armel there. Some tasty puck. Not going to get it today. And the mid-rack's looking dangerous. This is the world's longest double damage rune, as he has just been running at them. And now they will probably go for the tier 2 top. Here we go, Ursa. Still waiting to see some good Ursa items here. He's a long way away, and we still have the Dagon, not yet to be the level 25, which is the good one.
To be honest, like Ursa this game, he can burst the supports, but it's really hard for him to kill the cores. He needs to... I'm not too sure, maybe like... Because Puck's going for damage, which I think is good, but he won't get to do this Egg and Scepter. Even if he got it, they have so many force staffs on Team Spirit that I don't know if Ursa can burst someone.
Mars getting... whoa, okay, talk about some burst there.
There you go.
There, that's all he needs. He needs some Puck action. A little bit of lockdown, a little bit of surprise, and Ursa can take people out. But with a big kickoff like that, maybe they have a chance to fight here top against the double Catapult brothers.
So it seems like Team TNC, they want to play the map a bit more. Like if you can get plays like that where you sort of separate the Dire heroes, you can instantly burst them. That's the strength of Ursa, right? If there's one target, the Furious Lights build up, you can kill pretty much anything.
Right.
So, so Team Spirit, they probably need to...
Oh, Jesus, he's just straight at him. Get out! Get away from him, Ursa! Running for his sweet life there. Pops that BKB. He even has a little flicker. Ursa with flicker. That's, is that good?
I think that's the best tier 4 item in the game.
Flicker?
Yes. They've changed it so that you only blink forward within like 180 degrees or whatever. And it can dispel a lot of things, like the Dark Willow third spell. And you can also just hop out of arena most of the time. You know, you dodge an A blast, it can really change the game.
Yeah. I feel like my karma's too low to use Flicker. I don't know.
Your karma?
Yeah, no, not my carbs, my karma.
What does your karma mean?
Well, you know, it puts you in a random direction, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. They made it less RNG, like it's always forward now.
Well, that's nice. But I think it reads your behavior score. And if you're under 10,000, it puts you in bad positions.
What's your behavior score, Slacks?
Are you kidding me? I have a clean 10K, all right?
Okay.
In Europe, I've been muting.
So we're lying now.
We're not lying now, Owie. I know how toxic you are. I've heard your pub language.
Yeah,
very shameful
that is
stuff.
true.
Okay.
That's me. And we can see a BKB come out for Clockwork. They even know, like, you have to, like, burst down these heroes. You're playing the burst game. Anything that makes you stronger in the initial moment so that they can't kite you is what you should itemize for. You know, they have the Dagon. You can't kite an instant nuke.
That's
the
true.
BKB, you know, you're really strong in that one moment, and they're going to itemize just for that.
You can't kite a Dagon.
You cannot kite a Dagon.
Wow.
Very good insight coming from me.
Incredible.
That's why I'm at Analyst.
Owie, that's why they paired you with me, buddy.
So you could say the smarter thing.
Oh, no. All right, great smoke into the triangles, but it looks like that's scouted out. Look at all those pings, goodness. All right. I feel like Morse code here as they see the Black Dragon. It's Toothless coming out. Will it end the same way as the series, where he just kind of meanders away from all of his troubles? It looks like it, as the Black Dragon will move backwards. Depressing, I must say.
You can even see Team Spirit though, like everyone's on the same line of thought. They build the Aeon Disc on A, they just need to kite these fights. This Wraith King right now, he is a boss in the fights. He has a shard so they can no longer mana burn him, and I don't, like, it's so hard to kill him because...
Oh, here we go. Moving in, trying to get him out with as much damage as possible. That Ursa combined with that Dragon Stun. It's so long as now the Black Dragon moves forward. Here we go, initiation with the AA Blast. That's what you're after. BKB is popped. But Wraith King, he is just not getting tickled here as the Mars is able to catch the backline grab. They're going to be moving on that Dark Willow, but with just a slither of health, she makes it out alive, and Puck just doesn't have that damage. They need that damage on that Puck. You can't let those supports live like that, as now the Roche Pit is in danger.
Ooh, and Ursa actually went for a greedy hard camp here. He's not going to be healed up in time for this fight.
Oh no. Flare going to come out. They're going to be able to see it. A lot of pings come out. Furious pings. Guys, what are you doing? As
no DKO for 20 seconds, no hook for 15. I think this is just a free Roshan for Dire.
That's right. What is the Roshan holding in his little pockies? He's got himself eggs. Oh.
Wonder who they're going to give that to.
They gave that to the Wraith King.
Ooh.
JJ. What does that do?
When someone dies near you.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
It's really good in Turbo. Yeah, because
it's
you can.
Really good in
no, because in Turbo you can buy a Rapier, and after you die, you TP home, so you drop in the fountain.
Oh,
it's a really good strat.
There you go. All right, all you Turbo viewers out there who looking for some.
They buffed it a lot too, so that gives like some more attack speed. I wonder if they get another Roshan, maybe put the eggs on the Willow, and it should just pop off with the extra attack speed from the grave.
You know, honestly, maybe not that bad in this game. Ursa's gonna blow
up
I think
those,
so.
those
supports.
Like eventually, right? Like I feel like Team Spirit should feel confident in this game right now. They should want to end the game with this Aegis, but how do you say it? Whatever. TNC's been doing a good job on the map. I think they've gotten more pickoffs this game, but it's just so hard to team fight into this Underworld Wraith King Mars core.
All right, here we go. What could be the last defense? Cookie goes in on that very brave creep. Oh my god, he dies a warrior's death as they're just ripping apart this tower. Tim's trying to do something. Nice four-step in. Does not connect with the cogs though. Black Dragon ready to roll. He hungry. The mythological creature. He won't be able to touch anything for now. But he's in the area, and they must back out. The smartest thing to do when you see that Black Dragon, ladies and germs, is to run away and re-engage another day.
They're, usually when people think about CS teams, they think they're like sort of low, like they're really high skill, but they'll dive stuff and they'll lose a game. Like I think even Team Spirit, they were up in the last game versus VP and they threw, wait, I'll talk after.
This is a big boy smoke, double smoke into something. Gabby, he sees the Underlord, he wants him, but he's gonna get saved up. There's the arena, he gets him away. He's gonna pin him against the wall and you lose your Ursa. First thing, that is not what you want here. This is looking real rough for TNC. It is pull the E-brake, E-turn that one and get the hell out of there. Moonwalk back to your fountain, boys. as Ursa goes down without a buyback. Disaster, but it is up to now. Pucky,
no creep.
Sucky, looking for those creeps. Put in the orb, but it's his. Oh, he's in trouble now, Howie. He got hit with the nullifier. Get out of there. He's out. Thank you.
Yeah, TNC, they've just been playing the map really well. Even though Ursa was dead there for like 100 seconds, I don't know if Team Spirit, like they want to take the base right now, but all the ways are getting cut. Thank you, Slack.
As they push in now, wanting to take that base, they know that Dragon Form is on cooldown, they know that Ursa is dead, and they know that these towers are looking real tasty. Wraith King pounding those towers, pounding them like I pound a drink every night after one of my Owie 2000 casts. And we are pushing in. Nothing can stop these people like nothing can stop my alcoholism. As we move into the mid lane now, going and hitting another tower, Owie. They still got 20 seconds left on Ursa. Do they have any response here? No cookies, no kisses, no Puck's thing, whatever that thing is. There's the Black Dragon, though.
They're going more. They don't care. They have the Orb of Destruction on Mars, the Desolator, and AC. So these towers have 0 armor.
Puck moving in, trying to get what he can here. Mars getting attacked by the Black Dragon, putting out his last spear, and Clockwork saving the day, cutting him off, BKBing and running straight at these boys. Wraith King's first life is out, looking like they want to get out of here. Clockwork seeing if he can force staff anybody out. He will die for his crimes, and one remains. They're all out of there, Owie. It is a perfect execution, a perfect escape.
In Team Spirit, they're just playing so measured. As I was saying earlier, I think the CIS region is known for sort of going out of control, some defy, dive mentality. Even Team Spirit was guilty of that in the past, but in this game, they're so measured. I think it has to be Miposhka, because that guy, like everyone else is like a young hot-blooded player. They're high. What are you laughing at?
Don't just call the guy out.
No, he's making the good calls.
Hello, here we go.
Form.
Sorry, my friend, as Dragon Knight is going to be caught out here, just melted by this Wraith King. Wraith King's doing more damage than an Ursa. Buyback here as they need to make sure that this last Rax doesn't go down. Puck getting in position to once again cut those creeps. I thought you were insulting, my friend. I thought you were saying that it's this guy's fault.
He's a captain, right? So like he's holding, like, because I play support and supports do everything for your team. So like when my cores go too far, I'm the one who has to tell them you have to behave like a human.
Wow, look at this beautiful hiding there. And he's actually just going to pop Willow. Willow, you're ghosted. You don't have to use yourself. Life has already ended. Oh!
He has no buyback. That was his dieback right there. And no, Puck's just keeping it on in the game. Every time something wrong is happening for them, he's cutting the waves, picking off crucial supports.
Oh, here we go. Clockwork initiation there. Again, they want to take out these supports first. Ancient Apparition, he's going to get gone on immediately. Hit up with the kisses. Now it's time to go. They know that Willow cannot come back to this fight. AA could buy back, but if they can get just a little bit more, maybe one more kill for Daddy. Big old little sluggy man. He's going to TP out of there. They're not getting him.
And a little bit of CIS over-aggression.
Yeah,
but Poshka couldn't control his team, you know. Your Willow's dead with no buyback. But at the same time, they did force a buybacks. I just would have liked them chill 5 more seconds so you have the underroll. I mean, nothing happened there, right?
Sure.
Like, there was no bad result for Team Spirit there. But it was sort of risky. Like, you can imagine a scenario where because you don't have underroll, you lose a few more heroes.
This Wraith King illusion making a mockery of Dragon Knight here. The big black dragon is not able to do hardly anything there. We are going to see this Wraith King just continue to skyrocket. I can't believe the damage this guy is pulling out right now, Owie.
I can't believe his net worth. He's 8,000 above. Okay, first of all, Puck is really, really farmed. But this Wraith King almost has 40,000 net worth. He's bought all expensive items. He's ready to go without boots soon.
That is a very sad way to use your BKB as a Dragon Knight. A solo Underlord hits you, and you have to panic BKB to get away. That's just the state of the game that we are in. As Wraith King, the richest king of all of time, is still farming. Now, the map is quite dark, as JJ is pointing out for us here. No, hardly any wards coming out from Team Radiant on TNC. It is a dark night out there tonight, sir.
Oh, Wraith King actually sold his Radiance for the Abyssal Blade.
Oh, sold his Radiance.
I don't know enough to like accurately comment on this, but in my head it feels wrong.
Wrong! I'll comment on it for myself. You don't buy a Radiance and sell it. What the hell are you doing?
You do on like Alchemist and stuff.
Can't wait for this guy to lose now,
Alchemist.
I totally know 100%. There we go. Your Underlord is dead. He is simply a ghost flailing in the afterlife, in between life and death, in a horrible place, as Dark Willow is about to join him there as well. She won't even come back to life as a ghost. Wait, where'd she go? Hello? Willow? Huh?
Where did she go?
What in God's name? I got juked out. I'm watching the game third person. She teleported? Thank you, JJ. I know what a teleport scroll is. I appreciate you.
So she just went in the Shadow Realm and teleported, I guess.
My God, Yu-Gi-Oh was right. The Shadow Realm is mysterious indeed. As we continue.
Ooh, I like this little play from DK. He's holding the Quickening Charm in his backpack, so he can use his ulti, and he switches it to the Penta-Edged Sword for fights.
Now, can I make a little comment here, Ellie?
Of course.
All right, check out Dark Willow's neutral item.
Yes.
Thank you, JJ. Okay, she just switched it out. But when she thought she'd die, she swapped in Big Boy Philly, the Philosopher's Stone. This is something that you just don't see even from pro players. One of the most value items in the game. Don't listen to streamers who think that they're good and tell you that Big Boy Philly is a bad item.
I mean, Underlord should have it right now. It's basically what you're saying, right?
That's
He's
right.
dead. They should put it back. He can hold the Ninja Gear, and Underlord can get an extra bit of gold out of it.
I don't want Ice Frog to be listening to my casts. I guarantee you that he's not.
He should not be listening to him.
But oh, hold on a second. Nice initiation here on the Clockwork yet again, but Clock is just eating up these ganks. Oh no, Armel looking for that easy pick off on the Willow. Gonna be able to get it. Willow going down. As we will see a double little pick off there. Waiting for the Underlord to come back now.
It just feels weird. Like this Wraith King, I feel like Radiance is an underrated damage item. Like if you look at after fight recaps, Radiance just does so much damage. He traded for Abyssal Blade, which is a low damage item. It's bought just for the Bastion's active.
I mean, I wasn't kidding. It sounded like I was being sarcastic, but he sold his Radiance and he sold his chances for winning. I will not regret this.
Yeah, no, it's not. I feel like the strength.
Oh, here we go. Ursa Bear going on, and that's Mr. Bear taking him out. Look out here as they come back in. A nice buyback as they're going to try to initiate onto that bear on the back lines. Wraith King running straight at that Ursa. Meanwhile, the rest of the team now trying to catch up. We got BKB on that Black Dragon, and he's going to be putting down that stun. Oh, how in the hell did that guy die on the back lines? Puck is just cleaning house in the back. Now it's not looking good. Great spin coming out from Grandma as Pucky Sucky is moving in. The Black Dragon, the Wrath, they want everything. Look out, Mr. Mars in some serious trouble. BKB about to expire. Puck is just unstoppable right now. The Dragon's back in. He's a ghost. Oh, the ghost of Sparta has returned, but it ain't going to turn out the same this time. But huge creep wave heading back to the Radiant right now. They have got to go back and stop these creeps from taking those towers. Owie 2000, that was quite the well-handled fight from TNC.
Yeah, how TNC's playing versus the decision Spirit's making. I think TNC is looking very likely to win this game right now. They're going to get this refresher Aghanims. I don't think anyone can stop them. I think you give both of them to Puck. I'm not too sure, but he's killing one support every fight right now. With the refresher, he's just going to kill two, and I don't know how Team Spirit play these fights anymore.
Look at all those goodies.
Okay, so they gave the Aghanim to Ursa. That's also a good one.
Oh, that's a Gucci one right there. Reduces cooldown and allows Ursa. That's as far as I got, but that's really all you need to know.
He can use Enrage while he's disabled, so it purges the sun. It's like a hard dispel.
Very nice.
It won't work against the Hex from Underlord because you can't cast spells during that. You're effectively silenced. And Wraith King actually also has a Bloodthorn, but do they have any Lotuses? I don't think they do. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see it on Puck, but it's really good on Ursa. Even just a cooldown so you can like go in and out of fights is really important.
Thank you. JJ, keeping up with us in the observing. We are one of the most difficult ones. We just make up items. I wonder if they have a Band of Elf skin right now, as he desperately tries to bring up everything that we mentioned. Okay, so moving into that middle lane, they're going to send out the Illusionist Cape Wraith King. He is going to tear up that tower as the Black Dragon. They're picking him. They want him. AA Blast coming in. Does he have the BKB? Will he live long enough? The cookie comes out, and it's a feast as the Ursa makes his way in. He gets stunned up. Not looking too good. Underlord going to have to take his team back to the fountain to get away from this tiny little initiation. That is a Uber ride that is going to get your stars taken down as a passenger went 2 feet away. Gabby hitting that tower. Black Dragon still up. And oh, that's a Dagoon. Taking out that Illusionist Cape. That's a pretty big deal right now, Owie. That thing is causing a lot of slowdown for this team. It looks like they might have to forgo this Rax. 20 seconds till AA is back. You do have buyback. Oh, here we go. Initiation trying to get what he can, but the cookie comes out. The BKB. They can't afford to lose this. Nullifier coming out. and it's okay. No worries. Clockwork on the back line, taking out the big supports. That's what they need. Clockwork sacrificing himself yet again as those Mortimer kisses are starting to hit. Here we go. Puck looking for fun, and the Dragon Knight a little bit too far in. He gets hit by the nullifier. Goodbye, Dragon. The story ends sadly. Spoiler alert for that stupid Disney Dragon movie, but gonna end up the same way. And there you go.
And the best way, it did do work there, so maybe I'll just eat my words.
Eat him up, Owie.
Yes.
It's a feast.
As soon as he has, like, now that he has the upgraded Agi Blink, I think the build comes together a lot more because that item will give you a lot more damage. It just felt weird. And Team Spirit, they fought that very well. Like, they just, they took it slow. They let the Wraith King sort of frontline. They weren't overcommitting the other bodies. They know that this Wraith King can tank for a long time in these fights. It's very hard to kill. So as long as they're showing some life in this game. I honestly thought this game was sort of over, but if you play fights like that, maybe they can come back.
Yep, both teams seem to be playing these fights very well and switching off. As I do agree with you, I feel like we are in desperate need of some way to help with that nullifier. We got to get a Lotus Orb. There's got to be something to do.
I mean, there's no real counters to the item though. Like if it gets thrown on you, I think the only thing is like you can link it for your ally.
Oh.
You can't purge it, and you can press BKB before it hits you. You can dodge it with Blink, and you can have it Linkens. But if it hits you, you can't remove it at all.
Oh, that's all too hard.
It is very hard. I mean, it basically means the supports have to stay way in the back. They cannot get engaged on by this Ursa.
Look at Gabby's position here. Smokey the Bear running around the forest on his own, looking for something. Luckily, he didn't run into anything. I don't think he knew their entire team was down there at the moment. But Underlord doing Underlord things, pushing in towers. We are now seeing a lot of pings come out as they're saying maybe we should go top, maybe we should go mid, maybe I'll just draw a circle on the triangle because I'm confused. That's what happens in pro games at this point. We're about to see potentially another 60-minute game with those beautiful, beautiful late game items. Oh, what's your favorite 60-minute neutral, Owie?
My favorite 60-minute neutral item? I think Pirate Hat. I think Pirate Hat is the best one for me.
That is a good one. I love that.
I like
money.
gold. I just want money.
Okay, Wraith King looking to get a jump here, and he almost gets one, but meanwhile, Mars getting a little bit more than he could have chewed on there. Clockwork, yet again, separating out the team, eating those initiations, and now with that Mars Arena on cooldown and the AA Blast on cooldown for approximately 3 more seconds, it's time to potentially group up potentially.
What did you just say?
High potential.
Thank you.
Coming out. Potentially. We're going to smoke! That's what I'm talking about. They're looking for these targets. With a nice initiation onto the Underlord, this will be a very, very good fight. They've got to be careful. Walking up the hill. They know they're there. They're putting the pit. And here we go. Pucky Sucky moving in. Trying to find a good group, but it's a not so Gucci initiation. They're going to have to back up a little bit. They get the support. Aeon Disc is down. They have got to get this Dark Willow before she comes out of the Shadow Realm, and they are going to go straight onto that big boy. Put on that Ursa damage. That is looking pretty nice there. Puck in some trouble now herself. BKB committed by the Clockwork, still trying to separate things out, but now they've got to protect that Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight dies. This is a pretty much not good looking situation. Nice catapult out of nowhere. Dragon Knight moving in. The Dagoon takes out the Mars. Able to put up that arena despite being dead though, thanks to Wraith King. And it's all up to Dragon Knight. There's the damage you've been looking for. The Black Dragon wakes as he takes out the entire team. No free rides home. Goodbye, Wraith King, still alive and about to die. Oh, this kingdom will be kingless today. Good night, Irene. Oh shit, he's still alive for a bit. Okay, he's fine. That's a ghost, Owie. Okay. Cover your eyes, it's very scary. There he goes.
Yeah, and just an incredible ward placed by Boomy. And you can see TNC, the patience they had in that fight. They were able to just jump the back line. They killed the supports basically for free. And despite Spirit, like, somehow clutching that Ursa before he could use BKB, or I don't know how they did it. It had to be the Hex on Underlord because he couldn't get his ulti off, combined with the Bloodthorn, just bursting him down. Like, they just eventually couldn't take that fight.
I think they put everything on Ursa, you know?
Yeah.
There was a Nullifier, there was a Bloodthorn, there was a Hex. Maybe a bit of an overcommittal.
I think it was a right choice, but you can see Spirit's lineup. Like, you need your supports alive. If your supports die, even without the enemy Ursa, this Puck, he's going to get rounds of spells off. You're not going to be able to catch him. And they end up taking a very convincing fight from TNC. That fight looked bad for them when Ursa died.
It looked real rough.
He wasn't buying back either. Like, he was very confident in his team there.
Yep, level 29 on that Dragon Knight. We do still have the Black Dragon form as he is going to start the push. Let's go. Taking out those towers, forcing a buyback. 5 more seconds on the Dark Willow, so they will be able to do a little something here. They really don't want to buy back on Mars and Wraith King right now. So they are going to have to forego a few racks. But it's 60 minutes. Who cares? What are racks do at 60 minutes?
You're not feeling too bad just because you also have the mid and top racks. So it's just sort of even if they take yours. You're not really under any lane pressure.
Okay, now they got to be a little careful here. Wraith King's coming back in 20 seconds, so getting pretty committed for some racks. Not that big of a deal, guys. Be careful here. As they're apparently just going to let them go. Okay.
I think that's the right choice from Spirit. If you buy back on your Wraith King, you're sort of giving the enemy a clear win condition.
Smoking up. Potentially seeing if there's any stragglers that are dumb enough to remain. Armel is not the guy you want to break that smoke. That is a very elusive puck right now, guarding that arcane rune. Hopefully it won't be the end of him, and he will walk away with that. So, still pushing up. They left Grandma up there, much like what we did with our Grandma, left alone to her own devices to see if she can take that Rax. If she takes it, we'll be welcomed back with open arms. If not, Grandma, you're staying in the home. We'll see if she can possibly take it. Go, Grandma.
Look at TC. They knew about the smoke. They're just defensively positioned. They have the idea that, like, if Team Spirit smokes, it's because Team Spirit thinks they can take a fight. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to respect your opponent's opinions and just wait to take a better fight. You want to play your percentages in situations like these.
I typically find myself respecting my opponent's opinions a lot more than my allies' actions. But this game has been pretty even, so respect all around to both of these incredible teams who have just been neck and neck the entire time. Sure, there's a 33k net gold lead here, but at the same time, Team Spirit's playing it very well.
And in the late game, like, sometimes the net worth doesn't matter. Like, sometimes it's just about if you get the right fight, you get the vision.
Oh,
right target.
Speaking of the right target, of the right fight, Ursa's stunned up real bad here. Beautiful Terrorize coming out to make sure that nobody can put any helpful items on that Ursa. With the Ursa pickoff, that is not going to be looking good for ya boys. Armel in the back, Puck immediately knows, okay, Ursa's dead, time to push. Goodbye, rest of your team. Hope you live, hope you die. I don't really care. Let's cause some chaos, and Puck moves immediately on that final lane of racks. There is one rack stop. I do know how to look at the mini-map, but this is the racks that's important. They've got to make a big decision here. Do we go back? Or do we keep pushing? Puck can take out any one of these supports by themselves, and it looks like they are going to have to commit. BKB used for that.
I think Puck might go for him still.
No. No Puck would have such gall to go for that man by himself. My God! He did it.
Now, Armel, he's carrying his team on his back this game, throughout the entire game. He's 15-2-17, and he's, no matter what happened, if his team mess up, he's already on the next move. He's already covering from them or making the initiation.
Did you see how much money that Puck had?
Yeah.
130,000.
He needs to buy his teammates some moon shards, to be honest.
Just buy him whatever he can.
What did he sell there for the...
Jesus.
Oh, the Witch's... He sold his Witch's Blade for auction. This Puck is going to be an absolute menace.
He has 10,000 gold.
He has 10,000 gold still.
Holy
And he can afford a moon shard for his Ursa. I think he should do it.
Sure.
Ursa's done 0 damage in the last 2 fights, but you need to help your boy.
All right, buy him a Divine Rapier and feed, and then buy back at this point.
That's really smart, Sucks.
Thank you so much.
You come up with good strats. That's why you got second at TI.
That's right. And you want to know, you got first, Ellie.
Because I didn't listen to your strats.
Because you didn't listen. That's the gatekeepers of TI. Us. As we see, Black Dragon just abusing that ability to fly over cliffs there and seeing if he can get initiation. Lincoln Spear is going to be popped. That is not the target that you want to spend all of those very valuable kill items on. Dark Willow out of position. Here you go, BKB. And that Dark Willow is dead. Gonna hook to the Ghost. Meanwhile, on the back end here, we're going to see this Ursa where is Ursa? I lost him. It doesn't matter. Wraith King's first. There he is. He's hungry. He takes a bite out of that guy. Oh no, Dark Willow moving in with the... Oh, they got one more hit. Ooh, doesn't make it.
They left the Wraith King though.
They left the Wraith King, abandoned by his loyal subjects. That's the second life going out. And that is the Ghost form right there. Get that poor Clockwork out of there. Jesus is beating him. And that is Disaster Town. We still have buyback left on the Wraith King. He can have one more fight in him, but with this Aegis, I don't know what that's going to do.
Just Black Dragon, just disgustingly strong.
No,
you can see him, he's kiting on the terrain. He has a 60% slow on every hit.
Oh, watch out! Okay.
There's too many items on the ground. He doesn't know what to do.
Help!
It's funny because you can't pick those items up with your couriers anymore unless a hero's in there giving vision. You have to like drop a gem, pick the items, pick up the gem. Very complicated.
Do we get the wand? I don't know.
I saw this comic about how Roshan hit. There's just a bunch of garbage being left there.
It's true, but Roshan now brings his own garbage. Hello?
Wait, this
not me?
He didn't.
That
He
guy.
didn't have eggs before. You just been lying to me this entire time. That was just a blue dragon or what?
What?
He just ate the eggs from it.
Oh my god. No, he must have
Oh,
stolen
okay, he
his
sold
eggs.
it. He sold
oh,
it.
You
You're
worried
right.
me.
You're
I
right.
thought I went colorblind.
No, I saw it on him too.
Look
I have a bad memory.
5,000 HP on Dragon Knight. That is insane.
He's just beast right now.
That is a beef
Level
boy.
30 dragon. This hero's actually one of the best late game heroes I can see. Like if you have to play against this type of Dragon Knight, like I don't know what you do.
Yep, right now. I mean, it looks like Team Spirit doesn't know what to do as they see that Rax go down. Only one Rax remaining top now. With Megas, with an Aegis, this is going to have to be a miracle fight. Oh boy, going straight onto that Dragon by 5,000 HP, trying to tear through it here. Ursa going on that back line, going straight for that Underlord. Underlord is dead. Dragon is alive. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there, ladies and germs. This is looking pretty. Oh wait, Dragon? Still getting hit. Mortimer's kisses, giving the big boy smooches. Mars, ghost form, not able to do anything here, and that's going to be a GG. Easy, not really, coming out from TNC in a 60K net worth lead, my friend. Wow, that was a hell of a game.
No,
Very
I
even.
thought Spirit had that one. TNC just, they clawed back. Armel lifted them up and carried them on his back.
Yeah, shame about selling that Radiance. Shame.
Yeah, I think his read on the team fights wasn't right. Like his job is to go in there, cause chaos. I think he wanted a Strength Blink plus a Radiance. You just get in there. You need to make it so that they can't jump your back line. He tried to go for like killing his opponents. You needed the long fights. You can't go for the burst.
Well, anyway, that was pretty nuts stuff. We were expecting that, though. We were expecting these teams to be a little bit on near the same level. It means a lot for them right now. They've had a lot of research against each other, so kind of what we thought we'd see, but I didn't think it would be that action-packed and go that long. I love me a 60-minute game, Owie.
I didn't even check their neutral items. I think I saw Force Boots. I'm sort of disappointed in myself.
Well, that's okay, Owie. I would never be disappointed in you, so
That
you're going to
sucks.
have to take all that disappointment. The community loves you. I love you. Learn to love yourself. That's a COVID touch right there. Don't touch me, Owie.
Don't touch me.
We're trying to be very safe. But at any rate, it looks like our panel is nearly ready to take it back from us. So we will send it right back to that 4-man bonanza with the Sheener. Sheener, take it away, my old friend.
Do you do something
For an
like
opener.
Timber Lion or something? Then you cover your bases of burst damage in one fold. You also get Disable. You get decent lanes. I just want something to satisfy me to kill these DKs so that they don't get this super long team fights going on where it doesn't matter. You get like 8 stuns off in one fight. They are taking so much time.
They are.
Dude, if they don't pick Timber, I wonder if TNC will just pick Axe and be like, if you're never going to pick this hero,
Yeah.
we're just going to keep picking Strength Cores.
Could happen.
Yeah.
Get DK Axe.
So they will take a % hero, at least. So that Sunray will be good. It's also both ways that it can work. You know, like you said, the Holy Locket heroes.
Right.
This is one of them.
Yep. And they definitely don't want to give that away either, so a little bit of both.
No Mars
Alright.
for protection, though. And TNC may be willing to just snap fire first phase.
5 seconds remaining. TNC Predator.
Oh, there we go. So they do go for Phoenix Lion. That's their support duo.
This is good. I think a lot of these position 4 and 5, when you open up, I've seen some like Ancient Apparition, Wyvern, which is very abusable. When you have Lion Phoenix, you have a lot of team fight, you have the heals, you have the instant initiation, burst damage. I don't think you can punish this type of opener.
They're just going to take the snap. So that's the solution, a bit of a ways for the Phoenix.
Radiant team back.
Also, it is going to be double range supports again for Team Spirit, which I'm not liking so much this tournament. I know Nigma's made it work with their like Wyvern AA, but they're one of the only exclusions for me that's made that double range look so good. Because I've been seeing Vici doing it so many games too, and that's when I see them look their weakest. They have some like Mars and, Willow and Phoenix on the team, and they just can't, there's no playmaking in the game. They do have the line, which is always going to give you playmake, but still a little worried just because of how squishy these two heroes can become.
Yeah, because it's more than just the lane. It's also like mid-game, your initiators. Sure, Lion with a dagger can do something, but he still needs to hide afterwards. He can't draw a bunch of attention like a Clockwork can. And TNC ban out another percentage hero with the Death Prophet.
Talking about the percentage-based damage, maybe it's time, because everyone is tanky, we see these 3 cores, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 strength cores, to pull out the Nigma, maybe. You know, percentage-based damage, if they don't have anything that goes through BKB, sneak it in.
Somewhere during the wildcards or the start of the group stage, there was a lot of focus on team fights. And Nigma actually came into the discussion that time around. People were surprised, like, why aren't we seeing it? It's, I believe, still an unpicked hero. One of the 30-something unpicked heroes is Major.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't seen it too much in the DPC except for, like, you said sneaky. This was funny. Snaking has been the only one. Snaking. He's been one of the few players that was just popping off with those enigmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hero's just a bit slow in the current meta, it does feel, but let's see. They still ban the puck when they have Lion. That says a lot.
Respect for the Armel there. Nyx Assassin, by the way, still in the pool for TNC if they want to get it.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin just ruins Phoenix if they want to go for it. I've seen in Chinese region what they tend to do when it's the same matchup. Phoenix gets first item BKB to be able to use the Sunray, because it's all about that Sunray.
I want to see Collapse's hero.
They'll go for the Toronto Tokyo Invoker.
That reveals your mid right away.
Yeah.
Can you just pick Faceless Void on TNC now? Or are you not worried about it? Or you pick Nyx Assassin and ruin Invoker and Phoenix life?
That's what I'm thinking. I think Nyx Assassin looks really nice. You're great for information. You let you give us DK a secondary way to get that jump when Nyx is just scouting. I think the Nyx looks nice.
Radiant team pick.
There it is. Yep. No surprise there. Also good against Invoker. Maybe a little bit of an oversight from Team Spirit to just assume, I don't know. They must be expecting this. Like, if we see it coming, they should see it coming too.
It's a good Nyx Assassin game against all of these heroes pretty much, but something that Nyx doesn't like to play into is instant hacks. Like, get the carapace off. This is why we're probably gonna see this best item in the game called Eon Disc, so he can get the spells off.
They'll go for that Ursa.
So why did they pick the Invoker before the Ursa?
That's what I'm trying to think too. They just put it out there. That's... You just give Armel, like, you just ask Armel, all right, what do you want to play now? You know exactly what you're
Team
up against.
Spirit's also asking, they're like, Armel, what would you like to play?
What about some PL? It looks like a decent PL game. Ursa doesn't build into Battle Fury anymore. We've seen in the previous series where Juggernaut goes into Battle Fury just to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions, but Lion, Phoenix, Invoker, they're just food. And I love what the people have been doing lately, just double, sometimes even triple mana burn heroes.
Oh no! Oh no, Ursa, your life is miserable. Oh no!
This is so sad.
That is that's a really good pick there, because they know it's the Invoker mid, so then they can just put the DK mid because it's a pretty good matchup. The Invoker can go for the Spirit Vessel build that we've seen Miracle doing, but he's been one of the few that's been doing. I think Nothing to Say was one of the other ones, but he hasn't been playing his Invoker as much.
It's a great item in this meta where everyone is just super tanky and you have that extra damage sometimes that you need. Venomancer, however, is gonna give Ursa a hard time in the laning stage.
And we can assume it's a Bok, Veno.
Yeah. And they're covering this Veno pick nicely. They ban out Darkseer, which builds into Pipe, builds into Greaves, and also allows Ursa to play the game against the Venomancer by giving him Surge and Ion Shell.
Yeah, I've been told time and time again that one of Veno's biggest downfalls is whenever people rotate. Invoker's not really going to be rotating that much. He's going to have to worry about this DK pressuring his mid lane constantly, so he's not going to really be able to leave even if he does go for that Cold Snap Urn build. And now for TNC, maybe like a Spectre for Gabby.
I still like PL. I don't like PL as a hero, but I think in this game, in this scenario, it just fits so well because it's the mana burn, the double mana burn as you're mentioning. They already have heroes that set tempo with DK and Veno, so you just need some hero that's going to win you the game.
Okay.
So I think they've got...
To go back to some of Nigma's games, they have Invoker mid, and then you see Karoki as a lion rotating mid on top of EMP, just stun and another mana drain, be super annoying.
Radiant team ban.
Does DK care about that, though?
Not too much.
Yeah. They ban out Collapse's Underlord.
Yeah, that's another pipe buyer that can enable the Ursa a bit better versus the Venomancer. Percent damage too, as we saw last time versus DK. And they're gonna ban the PL, so what's the other Gabby heroes?
Axe!
I don't think you want to pick Axe here.
No.
So they need... I don't mind Spectre. I think Spectre is okay.
They go
well, they're
Lina.
gonna
So it's
flex
gonna be what,
things.
carry Veno?
I think it's carry Dragon Knight, mid Lina,
Offlane
and
Veno.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Offlane Veno. Yeah, that's more suited. That is a tough matchup for Invoker.
And now if you're Collapse, your lane is most likely
10
DK
seconds remaining.
Nyx Assassin? Or DK Snap?
5 seconds remaining.
Interesting that they make the DK the carry.
Well, they might still switch it about. Who knows?
Snapfire carry.
That fire mid, we've seen it a
This
lot.
isn't Liquid.
Maybe
Liquid's
not
the
on
only ones
Armel.
I've seen ran Snapfire carry.
They're out of time. 4 seconds left only.
Magnus.
Now
Into
select
Veno.
heroes.
It's Kite City.
And it is a Bog Veno, it is a Gabi Dragon Knight, and Armel will take on the Lina. So as expected then, and nothing out of the ordinary on the side of Team Spirit either.
It was like a godly Veno game.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
linked
like
to Blade Daggers, exactly.
Bog's gonna have field day.
At least they have something to give to Ursa, because Ursa with Empower, Ursa with buffs from the Invoker, he's gonna feel great in this game. Even if his game is ruined in the laning stage, will still be able to recover from the Empower. But I don't think they're gonna be able to get the Blink Daggers off. It's really hard. The Vision game will be strong. You have a good front line with this Dragon Knight, with the Venomancer, Nyx Assassin scouting things out. I like what TNC's got again.
Yep, it's fast-paced. I think Team Spirit's got this slower-paced draft again, like they did last time, which almost ended up working out, but this looks like one of the best Venomancer games I've seen in a very long time. They've got multiple different ways to hit Egg. They've got Snapfire. They've got Lina. DK's not even bad against hitting this Phoenix Egg either. Yeah, I really do like what TNC's gotten for themselves. Even though I'm not too crazy about them making Gabby this carry DK, I think it works because I don't believe he is going to be the carry. I think it's probably going to end up being Armel with some BKB, MKB build that we've seen nothing to say doing. I think that's kind of the variety that TNC's going for.
You explained the stakes that TNC are free from the tiebreaker of elimination.
Correct.
What's happening with Spirit if they lose this?
Okay, so first of all, if TNC want to keep their upper bracket chances alive, they have to win this, and then I have to hope that Team Nigma lose later today, but they need to win this to still have a chance. Team Spirit, so they're in kind of like the similar boat as beastcoast and Team Liquid. They can lose this, but then they also have to hope that both beastcoast and Team Liquid are losing as well, and then force out a tiebreaker there. They definitely want to win this, though, in order to keep their chances as open as possible. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you guys are all going on the side of TNC, and I can see why. They look good, and with the Armel Lina, we'll see what happens in this game too. We're going to find out what happens together with our commentary team is waiting upstairs over there. I think Sir Action Slags really want me to send it over to him. AY is there as well, and I can just keep talking. No? Okay, no.
Give it to me, Shiver. Give it to me. I want to get into that game, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a Venomancer. Are you ready to see this one, my buddy boy?
I hate that hero.
Okay.
He's just so annoying to play against. I think it's a good pick, but the pain that's gonna be inflicted on Team Spirit as they have to go into the Veno.
I love pain. Let's get into the match and go take a peeky. Ah, God, Venomancer. How could he not like that guy?
I mean, I'm starting to see a trend with you like Venomancer, you like techies. Do you like Naga Siren?
I like getting Ags on Naga and playing support Naga.
Okay.
That's
just
funny.
inflicting pain on your opponents. It's a good way to think about Dota.
It's a good way to think about life, my friend. Welcome to the game. It is TNC versus Team Spirit. I'm Sir Action Slacks, and this is Howie 2000. We have our observer here, JJ the Pimp Munkle. He is here.
How is it you heard
getting this game together for you here. Lot on the line, as Sheaves was telling. If we get another TNC victory, they are looking pretty good for upper bracket. Team Spirit really needs to win this one too, though. If they go down, they are near the lows. Have some chances of potentially doing some not good placement. But won't say any fights for the runes this time. We're going to take it easy last match in case you didn't join us or you were put off by Odie Pixel's voice. He decided you had to leave. That was a very, very bloody game, my friend. Is this mid Lena?
It is mid Lena, but honestly, it's more of a one-position Lena. I think TNC are on the carry mid hype train. You have a TA, Puck, Lena, whatever you have, and it just 1v5s the game like it did last game.
Oof.
And Toronto Tokyo, he actually missed his block mid, so that's a bit rough.
Oof. Not a great sign there from Toronto Tokyo. I've been waiting to cast this guy. I'm very excited to say his name. What a creative... What?
Ooh, that was a big deny, because now Lena doesn't get level 2 to pressure him under the tower.
Worth the cold snap for sure.
Yeah. Armel has been like playing this Lena hero mid for as long as I can remember. I remember him playing Lena versus CCNC's Ember in lane, and it was like 40 CS to 6. So I'm expecting great things from him this game.
All right. How long can you remember, Howie? What was your first Dota hero?
My first Dota hero was Vengeful Spirit. My friend told me to buy Boots of Speed and Tangles and say solo bottom.
How'd it go?
I was a god.
As you are. Still to this very day. A little bit of a skirmish up here, as you're going to see that Phoenix and the Snapfire go head-to-head. And Bach here on the Venomancer, the big hero of the match. We have not seen too many Venos. Typically, we see it as a response to a TA. But this time, it's being used to make sure that your Magnus and your Ursa are not having a good time. But DK's big strength here in the top lane. Put points in Dragon Blood, and then literally stand there.
Yeah, no, he's gonna farm very well in this lane. You can see Team Spirit, their strategy is just to snipe these couriers. They have this sneaky ward up here. If you delay his items, then he can't outlast hit you. And,
whoa.
I mean, Magnus should farm too.
That is a naked ward there. No cosmetics on that ward. Interesting. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to see that first blood coming out from the Vanomancer. Could have maybe denied there by the Ursa, but...
It's such a hard lane now.
Yeah.
You have the Nyx Assassin just to protect this Venomancer. He's just going to keep poisoning the Ursa, and you can't out-sustain this hero, especially once he gets to the... Like, if he gets a good start like that, he gets boots, you can't even kill him anymore. You're just waiting to lose the lane.
Wow, that is a very pessimistic view on that bottom lane. There's no way they can win it back, my friend?
I don't think so. Not with the supports they have. Maybe they can... Like, if they... You can always clutch things in Dota, right? But it's looking a bit rough.
Time to clutch your pearls down here, waiting for the inevitable doom, as Owie2000 put it. We're going to see Tim's walk around that outside and see if he can get some pull action in here, as Veno seems to, as you said, be having the time of his life. 9 last hits already. Ursa, 14.
You'll be down CS at the start of the lane, but eventually you get kicked out just because Poison Sting applies so much harass. Like, his last thing is very bad early, but as you can see here, like, Ursa's going to lose a cell worth of HP off one Gale.
Potentially. He's going to be walking back, you're right. He will be getting low from those Gales, and I think he knows it. Those are little tambourines of sadness, potentially, since he knows that this lane will soon be not going his way. Meanwhile, top lane, let's see Boomy here, and Phoenix constantly getting in each other's business. That's what you like to see. As net worth, though, yeah, Magnus doing quite well with the last hits.
I mean, DK, he doesn't really pressure opponent that much early on, but he does pretty much always secure his own game. I think Magnus should be one of the better heroes versus him early in lane, just with that high base damage and a shockwave to secure CS. But, I mean, Gabby's completely fine with how this lane's going, I think.
All right. More Ursa damage as the boys are picking on him in the bot. Very interested mostly in the middle, though. I think that the rotations coming out from mid are going to kind of dictate the game a bit. Invoker, of course, classically does not rotate that much, but Sunstrikes are always like, you know, it's like a mini rotation.
This is a Cross Wax Invoker, so I think he will be heavy on the rotations. Lina versus Invoker used to be, like, people would pick Invoker to counter Lina, but this lane doesn't seem to be going that well, and the entire premise of picking Invoker to counter Lina was that you could Tornado Cold Snapper and your supports could rotate in. However, his supports are terrible at ganking, I think. Like, line's okay, but you don't have enough damage. It's not the type of hero Crosswex needs.
Oh, speaking of supports gank, and here we go. A cookie after a light strike array. And with that Dragon Slave, oh, it's barely enough. Last hit there. Phoenix is pissed, though. He's wondering where his playmate went from the top lane, and he's going to go in and clean up just a little bit. Worth? Question mark? Probably not. as Invoker has died mid, meaning that Lina, as you said, might have some even quicker rotation time. Ursa, also, as you said, has abandoned lane. Owie, do you ever get anything wrong here?
I'm actually wrong about like 80% of the things I say, I think. But no, these ones are like, they're classic pub matchups, the Veno versus Ursa. And the Snapfire dying was actually pretty good for AniMajor because he gets the bottle refill. Oh, they killed next bottom.
Yeah, not great.
You see Lion, he understands the lane. He's not going for some mana drain, slowly play the lane. They understand that they have to kill the Veno or the Nyx every time they have an opportunity in order to do anything in this lane.
Alright, Dragon Knight doinking around up at the top, picking on poor little Magnus, but Magnus is still keeping up, still with the best of them. 30 last hits as we see these bottle refills.
A good D ward from Boomy here. He understands that they have a Magnus lineup. He knows Phoenix has been gone for a while, so he scouts out the stacks, D wards the wards, and big.
Oh, barely misses that Light Strike array there, and Boomy, last chance to do anything. He's going to cookie on in, and Nyx Assassin rotates in as well. Not too shabby at all there, as Armel will be making it out, and it is going to be another 1-for-1 trade. Man, this Phoenix and Snapfire really do hate each other.
Yeah, and Tim's manages to snag the bounce window.
Ooh, he will be able to get it there. Cold
His tornado in 5 seconds, though.
Very scary. I'm gonna have to pop that arcane room. Whoa, misses the Light Strike, and now we're in some serious trouble. Lion moving in. Couldn't get a deny. Oh my goodness.
So unfortunate.
Nah,
Miposhka was actually trying to give, well, good play by Lina then.
Sure.
But Miposhka was trying to give Toronto Tokyo the kill there. I think it's a little bit of a misplay, actually. Neutral creeps, you can aggro them the same way you do creeps in lane. If he had walked close to those neutrals and attacked the Lina, he would have dragged aggro there.
Well, Lina seems to be ahead with that nice neutral that helps even more, so Invoker's day is ruined just a little bit more. But I'm sure we'll be seeing him. Meanwhile, down in bottom, looks like we have relegated the Phoenix now to take this, what some would say, dead lane. We won't use such terminology on a good cast like ours, as Ursa has moved into the triangle.
Yeah, and Veno, he's just going to farm up a Storm here. He's already top net worth, but now he gets 2 neutral camps and the lane every minute.
Okay, well, this isn't too bad, though. Magnus able to empower the Ursa for a free little Battle Fury, so catch-up potential is there. Oh, no! Barely makes it out of there from that Ursa. And now Boomy, who is just all over the place, doesn't care about their own well-being. It is all about disrupting the enemy team. We're going to see that Snapfire go down one more time, but doing good work.
Yeah, that was a lot of disruption. He brought a lot of Radiant heroes from Team Spirit into their own triangle, not somewhere you really want to play. And if bottom lane, they're pressuring this Phoenix. They don't want the support to sort of sit here and get EXP.
Ooh, nice stun there. I did not think he had that, and it will be a slow and painful death for the Phoenix as Armel rotates down, and it could be a pretty early tower. Oh no, it's that little guy. He's chasing Nyx. Oh, the demon. The shovel man. That's the scariest thing in the world. Little kobold. You know the creeps aren't aggro to little kobold?
Yeah.
Or towers?
Only, I think the fountain hits it in heroes, that's all.
Yeah, just the fountain. He's one of the most terrifying units in this entire game. He will chase you from beginning to end, slowly killing you with his tiny little claws.
Tower goes down bottom. You kick the enemy carry out. I think TNC have a good read on how they want to play the map. You kick the carry out, you kick the spoil, you take the tower.
Sorry, Snapfire, going down yet again for doing all this business. And we're seeing Gabby, you know, he's keeping up there, but definitely Team Dire favored so far on your net worth.
And like the moves from Team Spirit are sort of hard to find. Like you don't have a lot of, like you don't have a melee support sort of to lead your fights like the Nyx has been doing on TNC side. So they have to sort of clutch, like have clutch spellcasting, you know, hit a tornado with not much setup. And the heroes on TNC are just really hard to kill. I mean, Armel has moved to like the safest place on the map. Gabby's just, he's a Dragon Knight. He's just going to sit in front of his tower and tank everything.
Yeah, but I feel like TNC, they also might be winning these lanes, but they got to be careful. With Magnus accelerating that Ursa, he can come back pretty quick. And then if he can get on top of some of these heroes, he'll be able to just 2 or 3 shot them. It's going to be completely disgusting. So they've got to keep up this pressure, Owie.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anytime you play versus a Magnus lineup, you're looking to take their towers so you can take over the map and stop the Magnus from farming, or Magnus from Hub this carry to farm. I do think you do want to generally wait for a timing. A lot of the time, what people don't realize is you have to hit a timing in order to make that aggressive move. You can't just keep going, and then, you know, they just kill you because you don't have enough items or levels to fight them. I think they'll wait for the Lina Yo Scepter. It completely counters Ursa because you can use him during his enrage, and then they'll just start running at the Team Spirit lineup.
I always love to hear about things like waiting for your timing. The time is now. It's time to kill. That's what matters the most. Go
Get your levels, you know, get your levels. You almost have Blink on DK. It's gonna line up with the Yos on Lina almost, and just start smoking and running at them. I think that's the plan from TNC this game.
All right. Weak, but acceptable.
Weak.
As we see Tim's making even more chaos. Poor Phoenix just trying to get a few levels from this horrible start. And Tim's looking for some levels of his own. Meanwhile, Lion, a little bit out of position here. That's a tasty kill. The most competitive part about this is who they're going to let have it. They'll let the Lina take it. And that is one step closer to that devastating Yuli Scepter.
Yeah, and they let the Lina have it because it makes it so that the DK gets a blink exact same time as she gets the Yules. When you're playing cores, you generally want to click on your other like position 1 or 2 and line up your item with what they get, you know? They're going BKB, you also go BKB, stuff like that.
What a universe you live in, where people look at their allies' timings and items and plan around that.
Well, that's what you should do.
Well,
Dota.
that's good.
It's good. It's good to do. But Team Spirit, they sort of have to wait for the TNC pressure to come in. Like we see in this game, like Invoker in Cosfax, he's a hero that wants to rotate, but he just has no damage. Ooh, I like this. They're just smoking up and go for Roshan.
Sneaky, sneaky. Gonna see if they can't sneak out that Roshan. Everyone's kind of in the area, but it's about if they can use their brains and think to themselves, Ursa, missing, not in triangle. Boom's gonna go and check that out. No.
I would like to see the Lion go in the pit and just aggro the Roshan off enemy heroes so it runs at him and it's not bashing the Ursa. That's a little trick I don't use much.
Wait a minute. Could this be it? No. Just a smoke.
They get it. No, that's huge. It's 11-minute Roshan. That's what you want as Ursa. It gives them a window where even though TNC's strong, they have their items, you can still fight them.
Speaking of fighting them, here we go. A little bit of tornado action onto that Lina and gonna try to get out that mana, but there's that very useful Yule Scepter. Denies the tower attempt. And
there's just 7 Venom wards down. You can't move forward.
Yes.
And look at TNC. They just sit this DK top. Even though he has this Blink Taker, they realize that because he has Blink, he can also join the fight if he TPs mid really fast, so he can keep farming, keep control of the top side of the map. His net worth is looking good. All the cores on TNC are like very farmed this game.
Looking solid, but this is about time that Team Spirit starts to group up as well. Magnus is looking strong, feeling good. Gonna be putting everybody top, seeing if they can't get a tower. Nyx Assassin scouting out though. Look out, Mr. Magnus, that's a bug! Oof. Okay, forget it. You ain't gotta look out that much. Ursa moving in, Magnus going on, and that is the target that they really wanted, that beautiful Lina. Snapfire trying to make something happen here with the kisses, and Dragon Knight getting a nice stun, but will it be enough? Probably not. As everybody knows, mission accomplished. Lina's dead, they lost their mid, we ain't gotta pressure anything. And now, biding their time, since the ults are all down, and just picking this fight really well.
Yeah, I completely missed that. Magnus was just rushing this Blink there. He gets it, and he gets probably the best kill on the map. Team Spirit, they know. They bring 5 heroes. They couldn't defend bot or mid, but they want to kill their opponents. They want to use its Aegis and fight.
Oh, there we go. A smoke is appearing as the Venom. He's going to be grabbed up as well and just instantly melted by this Ursa. Beautiful stuff here. These 5-man plays at 13 minutes. This is what people have nightmares about. Please group up with me. They're 5-manning our tier 1. Please.
They don't have much building damage, but Team Spirit is killing heroes. So that means like, yeah, I mean, there are no heroes. You can hit the building forever. And I think they have this tower. I think it's just dead. TNC are already split pushing out the other lanes.
No, I don't know, Owie. Any second now. Any second now they could come and defend it. Oh, okay.
And one thing Team Spirit is doing really well is, despite TNC sort of having more map control, taking bottom tower really early in mid. Did he just Phoenix egg?
They just Phoenix egged.
Was that a miss? I guess it must have been a misclick. He has a friendly ally tip there.
It was absolutely not a misclick. It was a celebration egg. An egg in those trying times of those 5-man top. And now that they maybe know that the egg is down, they might want to go do something. But stacking more Ancients, having more fun. Magnus looking to grab Grandma, but it won't be happening here today.
Team Spirit have done a good job just continually stacking these Ancients up for Ursa.
There we go. No egg, no problem. Initiation onto that Phoenix. Big old dragon boy. And they'll be making it out okay.
Oh.
Oh, maybe not, Howie.
He would have lived if he had egg. Just the Elder Dragon form DOT ticking him down, and man, that's a costly one.
Oh, there we go. Initiation onto the line as well. Nobody's there to defend, but there's a beautiful RP. Holy guacamole. These guys just got served up on a platter. Beautiful buffet of heroes here as they move in now. That is going to be a percentage-based magical attack on DK. One of the worst things that could happen to you on a DK. He's gonna go for the stun, he's gonna go for the run, but will they be able to grab him? Mr. Horn's getting ready. He's gonna have a shocking answer to that escaped attempt.
And now Invoker, he has these 4 Spirit Vessel charges. He's ready to fight at any point. I think when you play like Veno versus Blink Dagger heroes, how it works is that if you're sitting set up on Veno, sort of posturing defensively, they're never gonna get Blink off on you without like a smoke. But if you're running in, trying to make the aggressive play, sometimes you won't have time to set up the wards. And as you can see, like, Collapse with a beautiful punish there. 3-man RP into some Ursa Cleaves and the EMP. They just destroy TNC in that fight.
Yep, TNC's got to figure something out here because this only gets worse. The more items that they are able to get on Team Spirit, the more horrible these team fights will become. And they have a very aggressive lineup themselves. They need to be the ones dealing this damage.
In Yotaro, he's stealing their Ancients, and there's Ancient stack for him.
Kill him. Oh, well done there. Nyx Assassin making sure to take advantage of that Battle Fury, but looking to initiate here. Long stun. They need more. Cookie's going out. He is deniable. And he's going to be, oh no, Venomancer out of this fight now. Wait a minute. Fantastic Force Staff for a little bit. Invoker working that back line though, baby. The egg returns.
Beautifully placed egg. It completely made it so after the Aegis respawned, they couldn't fight them at all.
Things are looking at
pretty good use of Aegis, honestly, because I think he had like 20, 30 seconds left on that. I'd be very happy trading it for a Veno.
Yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Time to fight. Anyway, looking real rough for TNC. I don't know how they fight if these guys get any bigger here, Howie 2000.
I mean, I think once they have BKBs, the fights will get easier, but I'm surprised. Like, Team Spirit are just playing the map really well. They're constantly stacking these Ancients. I think it's been like, I think Ursa's probably killed like 9 or 10 Ancient camps by this point, and it's really showing in the net worth.
Yeah, he is miles ahead. By miles, I mean 2K, but still, for somebody that is, you know, my MMR.
I mean, for someone who got kicked, he got kicked out of lane at like level 4 or 5. He's really made a comeback this game. And TNC, they've been trying to shut him down, you know. The Snapfire went into his Ancients and disrupted him a bit, but he's just farming it up with the power.
Do you ever feel like kicking somebody out of the lane is sometimes a negative? Like, you're too hard on him, you know? Maybe you could have killed him if you weren't so hard on him. This Ursa's huge. He got owned. Here we go. Mortimer's Kiss is going out. Gonna be hitting him, unfortunately, during his ultimate, which will mitigate most of the damage. Waiting for stuns here on Tim's, but he hardly has any mana. There we go. A little mana pop right there. Nice save by the support, however, with the Glimmer Cape. It looks like Magnus is just about ready to rip these boys apart. He does have RP. He's in the area.
That was a Magnus's Glimmer Cape, too.
Oh.
He's gone for just Blink Dagger into Glimmer Cape. Pretty cool build because he does have 2 cores that... I mean, Invoker doesn't take a lot of farm, but he can take farm if you want to play more of a support role in Magnus. Just focus on RP. Oh, also, the Glimmer Cape, you can invis yourself so you don't get hit by Veno wards, so you can get that RP off. So maybe this is his way of bypassing Veno's, like, how'd say, like, counter to Blink. It's pretty cool. I like it. That's smart.
That is pretty smart. I never thought of anything like that before. But, you know, not the most creative person in the world. Boomy and the bird meet once again. Cookie that son of a biscuit and keep him there. Nice work there. A little revenge from Boomy being picked on by Phoenix this entire match. Mr. Symbols, though, starting a little party up at the top, trying to get that tier 2 tower. Looks like they are looking to respond in full force here. Dragonite blinking in with the stun, followed up by a Light Striker Raid. Look at all these stuns just combined on each other. But yet again, that Glimmer Cape from Magnus doing such work for his boys. Oh, this Magnus is everything you could ever ask for. Initiation, saves, sacrifice. What more can be done?
Armel was just like 20 mana off the Laguna Blade there. I think they might have been able to finish off Ursa. TNC though, they defend their tower. They kill 2 heroes. You need to seize those opportunities. If they have the read that the enemy doesn't deserve to be there to like hit that tier 2, then you gotta collapse on them there. And they already had the Orb Sword set up behind at the top lane.
Yep, try to make advantage of this Dragon Knight ultimate, still pushing in that top lane. And we're going to blink out before they're able to respond and get any kills, as TNC did. And we continue here. Very close game still. Less than 1K net worth across the board. Owie, anything on that screen sticking out to you, buddy?
I think pretty much just this Roshan.
Woo!
What's happening?
Nothing, there's just kill mid.
Oh, nice.
I like kills. They make me whoo.
Yeah, good pick off there. I think it's just Roshan that should decide this game. It can spawn, so both teams sort of are forced to play around this top area of the map.
Alright, big boy Philly Philosopher Stone has dropped there, so...
Ooh, that's nice on Nyx. He's one of the most efficient gold users. And Nyx is also going for that Yield Scepter just to deal with this Ursa. It also purges the Empower as an added bonus this game, so I think having multiple of those is really helpful.
Well, if you're using your Yules to get rid of Empowers, primarily, that's probably not good.
Well, you use him during the ultimate and remove the Empower, right? So it's like an extra bonus thing.
Okay. 2 for 1, I'll take it. Magnus looking to try to find that Lina. Takes a guess, doesn't get it, but...
It's a good try.
Fine effort, sir.
You gotta go for those.
Absolutely. And we're just seeing this match get closer and closer. Looks like a repeat to game 1, Owie.
What is Phoenix? Is Phoenix just going for a Lotus Orb here? Yes, Lotus Orb versus the DK stun? Or maybe just to... Oh, to purge off the Gale from his Ursa, maybe. It's pretty rare I click a Phoenix and just have a Tranquil Boots Perseverance. Good idea, though, honestly. I think they'll have this Cataclysm on Invoker. He's starting to put points in Exor. If they hit a good RP, like, they can win any fight this game.
Alright, Venomancer trying to hold that middle lane with his little spitty babies. Disgusting creatures. One of the most vile of the little spitty babies I've ever seen. Look like that dinosaur. Disgusting little creatures. Ugh! Look at him go. Yawa wawa. That ain't something you want to kiss, Owie.
That is definitely not. Lina has BKB, but Spirit is smoking in. They don't know about this BKB.
Okay, looks like the Snapfire is going to be instantly taken out with that little rotation.
Yeah.
And
he has buyback, but Roshan's up. TNC need to contest this Roshan. The second Roshan, always so pivotal in these Dota matches.
The beautiful shard. Oh no, Venomancer tried to get clipped there. He barely got him with his ultimate, but that's not the best ult in the world. Spin that out on the Magnus. They got to contest this Roshan as Ursa is just ripping it up. Buyback is going to be committed with only 10 seconds left. That's a field bad.
They have full vision with this ward here.
Oh,
There's egg.
Oh, the egg is going to be able to stop them for a little bit. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Will it be a snatch? No. The Aegis goes to the bear, and the Mortimer's Kiss is going to rip him up there. Nice job. Another fantastic grab by your Magnus. And Owie, this is just looking like Disaster City. Nyx Assassin's dead too.
Yeah, really, really good ward from Team Spirit, letting those perfectly plan out that fight. They could see everything.
Whee!
As soon as TNC were like, so, oh, Venom?
Venomancer also in a little bit of trouble. Those disgusting, hideous wards will be put down and laid to rest to watch their father die. As, ooh, a little Sunstrike there for some vision as well. Gotta say, this is clean stuff.
That was really clean. Just the vision advantage there. It let them plan out exactly when they wanted to jump in the fight, when they had to like preemptively pop that egg to secure the Roshan. DK managed to snipe the cheese there, but he had to use it right away. Meanwhile, Ursa gets a shard and the Aegis.
Yep. Shard, beautiful on Ursa. That's exactly what you want around this time, and especially against this team. And this one is quickly snowballing out of the way for TNC. Little Nyx Assassin looking around, skittering around like a little buggy. Not gonna find anything though. No, the Nyx lore, that's a good one.
Phoenix is just going straight for a Refresher Orb.
What? Nani? Show me that, JJ. That is...
Get the Perseverance. I thought it would be weird if he's going Lotus Orb to rush it, but no, he has 2 Dragon Balls and he's just going straight for the Refresher Orb.
What in the goddamn am I looking at
This
here?
item is actually one of the most underrated items in Dota, I think. I have one of Tiga's friend. He just rushes Refresher Orb on every hero, and it actually looks really good. Like, you have the Refresher Mars. I don't know about that one.
The Refresher Mars,
yeah.
huh?
I have a friend, he does it on Pangolier. It actually looks really strong. It gives a lot of regen, so it's like not even a dead item when it's down.
Refresher Mars, you can make a Venn diagram.
You can.
With an emphasis on the
do
die.
that.
Oh no. Venomancer looking for that last hit.
Yes, we're seeing a bit. Like this Venomancer hero, it was super hard to play against for a long time in Dota, you know. You can think of like the Matu era where he's just picking Venomancer, and then there's another era where you couldn't beat him in the offlane. But this hero's not really picked at all right now. I think we're sort of seeing why.
Yeah.
It's not stopping this Ursa at all.
Hey, you just run at him. I mean, what does he do? He dies in 2 hits, for goodness gracious sake. There's nothing you can do. Ursa now taking a tier 2 top. Looks like the wind has been pulled out of TNC's sails. Such a unique team with such great drafts, and they've been playing fantastically. But this game, ooh, made it look goofy. Oh, that's a Venn diagram right there, my friend. As the Lina is toast.
Amazing catch by them. And I really like Team Spirit's itemizations against this Venomancer hero. You have the Glimmer Cape just so that Magnus can get his blink off. You have the SNY and the Shard on Ursa, which means that even though the ward is slowing you, you have a lot of status resistance to reduce how much they slow you. You know, he can still walk into fights. He has his own blink trigger now, so he can just jump whoever he wants. Just good choices, you know?
Very good choices. Feels good to watch people make good choices for once.
Lion has a blink dagger as well. They have 3 blinks on Team Spirit, and they're getting close to a refresher. Not if he dies here.
I'm trying to get a little bit of a pick here, and there's going to be the egg. We need to slow that down, but a pop of BKB, and that's an easy omelet. Mix Assassin might get picked up as well here. That Cold Stab doing some serious work. Wow, that was pretty impressive stuff. And could we get even more? Ursa now looking for Dragon Knight. This game might be a quickie. There's a beautiful RP to grab that DK. Snapfire trying to say, get away from my baby. She's got to give him a cookie if he has any chance of getting out of here. No cookie, no hope. Bach is down, and this is just disaster after disaster. Oh, no.
That was a really nice Lion stun. You don't expect the 5, even at 26 minutes, to have a blink dagger in a game like this where he's had to focus so much on vision. Also, that Nyx, you know, he used Carapace there, but the Spear, like the timing was unlucky. It procs a Spirit Vessel, and that last click from Invoker just finishes them off.
Oof.
I don't know how TNC take fights. Like, it's cool to go for these ideas, like the safe lane DK, and you're expecting your Lina to carry you, mostly as a 1 position. You know, he's going for this Dragon Lance, he wants to be a right clicker. But Lina actually takes a long time to kick in as a right clicker. Usually when we've seen it from like LGD, they've paired it with like an Axe or an Ursa or something that does a little bit of damage in the early game as well, not just like a front line. You don't want 1 damage there, because if they focus Alina ever, you can't take any fights.
Yeah, I think they were really hoping that the Venomancer played through a little bit better, but I mean, he just got picked off like 3 times in a row, you know? Ursa blinking on top of him.
I think it started from him getting picked off at top lane, actually, because TNC's draft, if you look at it, they want to defend their towers. They have this really tanky DK position 1. They have this Venomancer. Ursa just stealing their stacks, but if you lose towers, then the purpose of these heroes is completely negated, and now they just don't look like they offer anything in the fights.
Well, there's some good news. Aegis was not used properly, so that's nice. You kill the Ursa, maybe kill him for reals. But time is certainly running out. It looks like we might be seeing a smoke attempt, or at least a rotation attempt coming out from TNC. There it is, as they are on the hunt. Who do you kill when you go on them, though, buddy?
I think you want the Invoker for sure. Invoker and supports.
A very hard thing to do. Lion blinking ahead, and Ursa, everyone's just so separated right here. Lion missing the stun, thank goodness. The ult is going to go out from the Venomancer. Pops a BKB, but there's just no follow-up to that ultimate so far. Phoenix, even if he dies, not the worst thing to happen in that fight, and they might just turn it around now. Magnus going back in. He's got, but he doesn't make it. The Force Staff, there we go. Nice job, Caddy, Clizzy, and goodbye, my little friends. This is looking bad. Carmel has to BKB as well. I mean, you just can't fight into these guys. You can't survive these guys. What do you do to get back into this game?
It's rough. And you can look at if Spirit gets to this stage of the game, like, you have to build BKB because they have Phoenix, Invoker, and Lion. But BKB doesn't help you for the instant initiation of Lion, the Ursa right clicks, or the RP. It's just incredibly hard to itemize versus this lineup. I mean, they had to defend their towers this game. That's the only thing I can really think of to make the TNC lineup work at this point. You just have to clutch something, right?
Yeah, I don't even know how you clutch this.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking bad, but maybe they walk up to high ground and you just burst someone. You do still have Lina. You do still have like a lot of stuns and Snapfire OT. You can make something happen, but you need to rely on your opponent sort of messing up a little bit and capitalize on it perfectly.
Potentially, Venomancer could make a trail of Veno wards, and Ursa could get distracted killing them and walk into his fountain.
Sure.
That could happen.
That's the best place to fight, if you can fight your opponent in your fountain. This is very good.
Okay.
We saw that in the, what was that first series we had? Very hype game. LGD versus Vici is just skewering everyone into Fountain with a Refresh Orb.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's skewering in the Fountain from TNC, but maybe they'll just get really hungry for Grandma. She could cookie them into the Fountain. Oh, that'd be a good eggs. Cookie enemies?
Would it? Maybe.
Shut up. Absolutely.
Oh, bottom lane. Yeah, he has BKB, but you're just getting instant stun from Lion here.
Oh, not enough damage yet. Nyx Assassin? Taking the bullet? Kind of? Oh no. Oh dear, oh my. Nyx literally did nothing, he just died.
That was a savior buddy syndrome, but honestly, good play from, I think Lion, they already had a sentry there, or he dropped it.
Oh wow, nice moves from the Ursa, and Lion just making these plays, helping out as much as he can. This is, woo, okay, all right. Stop playing with their food now, TNC. You've made your point, destroy them. Destroy them now.
I think this is like the spirit. I think if people watch the games in the CIS region, like that, people sort of expected. They're very snowbally. Once they start getting these advantages, they're just catching you everywhere. Snapfire too.
Yeah, they cannot literally leave their base right now as they are just torn apart by every single member. I mean, every single member of Team Spirit has kill potential right now. There's just nothing you can do.
And I feel like, you know, they want Armel to carry them this game, but he's the only threat on the TNC team. If Team Spirit literally just casts all their spells on this Lina, they can't lose the fight.
Gonna be taking this Rax, and looks like they won't even be able to defend it. Nyx Assassin yet again, getting in that danger zone.
Ursa's Abyss already.
Oh, sweet bubblegums. He's got Abyssal? 31 minutes? Oh no. Okay, well, you know, at least they get to watch for a bit. TNC, a front row match to some cool building explosions coming up here. They're taking it pretty safe and easy, though, from Team Spirit.
And very measured, you know. They understand that this game is most likely won. If we can just secure the Roshan, play good, like standard, safe, structured Dota, we're going to win this match. I like this back from them. You don't want to throw this game. You don't want to go chase Grandma into the fountain, as you were saying.
Of course you want to throw this game. Make it even. Make it fun. What, are you back and... They can't fight you right now. All they can do is make mistakes, Owie.
Oh, and that's a quick Roshan spawn, too. Respawns only in 30 seconds, so...
Oh, Jesus. Grab the DD. Get out.
DD?
No, sorry, DD bottom. Lucky that they didn't get that DD.
Oh, that's
top.
a timing for them. They have a DD rune. They Do they have a smoke? I think they might have spent... Oh, they do have 2 smokes on Boomy. So because of this DD, they might be able to take this fight. It's honestly... It's a hard fight, but you have to take risks. This is your best chance.
Ice Frog potentially giving them a little bit of help in this game. Nyx Assassin scouting out, but Lion, he's got that feeling in the back of his head, you know? He's got those hairs standing up on the back of his fat rolled head. One of his many chins.
The problem is, like, TNC, they can't threaten the Roshan. Like, Team Spirit, they kill in 3 seconds. In Team Spirit, you need 5 heroes hitting it for like a minute.
Right, they can barely threaten a jungle creep right now. This is looking rough. Counter smoke coming in now.
They just have all defensive items on TNC. They're never going to be able to kill heroes with these.
Well, sometimes it's not about killing heroes, Owie. Sometimes it's about living long enough to watch everyone else on your team die first.
That's true. Because when you're behind, like, you have to clutch situations. You need a lot of damage. You need to outplay them. If you go for defensive items when you're behind, you'll often, like, just run out of damage.
Well, when are you supposed to get defensive items then, Owie?
Even our head.
Pro player knowledge coming right at you. Snapfire instantly taken out, and that is a significant everything for this team. That's save, that's team fight. Oh no, Dragon Knight walking the wrong direction. Invoker, here we go. DK's gonna jump on him, but I don't think he knows what lay in the trees. They're pretty spread out though. Phoenix Egg coming out. Look at that. Sunray just doing beautiful stuff in that egg, healing up Miboshka as he grabs a beautiful Venomancer. What a prize! BKB used up by the DK. And they're just going to back up again. Nice reserve. Double damage on the Lina, though. Okay, we got a kill here. Okay, there we go. That's not great, but hey, a kill happened. That's pretty great for them.
TNC played that fight really well. I mean, when you're this far behind, you have to take every advantage you can get. They managed to mana burn the Ursa completely before the fight started, and because of that, he couldn't jump the Lina with his Abyssal Blade at all. They do have some Roshan potential with this DD rune. I mean, Lina does a lot of damage, even though she doesn't have any damage items yet, so they might go for this here.
Yeah, Invoker scouting it out, though, with a nice Tornado, and that's going to buy him some time. Only 14 seconds till Lion is available again, and Magnus is going to go ahead and commit the buyback. Venomancer is just in front of this Ursa's claws for the entirety of the game today. He cannot catch a break. This guy is all over.
Yeah, I'd like to see Team Spirit bring out some mangoes just to feed their Ursa Bear. But, man, Phoenix still has egg because of the refresher. They still have RP. There's no way for TNC to fight this.
You're not just supposed to feed bears human foods, Owie. That kills the bear.
It kills them.
That's right. Bears need to eat only honey or meat. They cannot eat things like mangoes.
Oh, okay.
You'll kill the bear.
That's sad.
Is it?
That's very sad.
If you were being attacked by a bear, would you feel it was sad if he ate a mango and choked to death, Owie?
I would not.
See?
But that's still generally pretty sad.
Life is about perspective, my friend. And if you're in TNC's perspective, it ain't a good one. This is a, we're about to lose. Look at this guy, he's gonna die on mango. Holy Jesus, this is a mango feast. That dude just downed 7 mangoes. He's like Lacoste. Incredible.
Yeah, it's a good play. Like, you just want to keep up the tempo. You don't want to go back to base and sort of waste your Aegis time, which they ended up giving to Invoker, actually, because Ursa feels like he can't die. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I feel like you should almost always give your Aegis to the person who hits the buildings, but he is 6-slotted, so maybe he just doesn't want to give up one of these items. He wants to play more to jump them instead of just casually hitting buildings and waiting.
His teammates will slide him the cheese anyway, which is just as good for an Ursa Bear.
Yeah, I guess they've sort of identified that, like, if TNC jump any of their frontliners, the Ursa or Magnus, then they're going to win the fight because their backline is just so strong. So if you give the backline an Aegis, then all of a sudden, like, there's no options to jump. I feel like this does give TNC an opportunity to clutch, though. If they spend everything on this Ursa, maybe they have a chance.
Sure, Ursa is 99% of the damage. Everybody else is just there to distract until he cuts. Oh, no! That was a blind jump uphill, and he found the right target. That is a Lina dead. No buyback, no hope. Looks like the TNC. Here we go. Drop everything you have on the bear. You only have a couple seconds now. The sun rays coming in, trying to just burn everybody that it can. Oh, and Venomancer goes down again. Oof.
Yeah, no buyback on either of these TNC cores.
Oof. Goodbye, the cookie. Well, this is a disaster. Not a lot they can do here. Okay, Phoenix dives and kills. So, that's good. Buyback on the next assassin. But I feel like they just reset here and they're good to go. He's still got an ultimate on the Ursa.
It is a bit hard to push just because they have that Venomancer wards, but Veno's dead right now, so he's not getting any fresh ones. As soon as this one goes down, there's nothing to stop him from hitting this building. And look at Lion's inventory. Like, he already has the mangoes in. He knows that. Oh.
Sorry, the Ursa goes in on the Sapphire. This guy's already got the mangoes. He knows.
He knows.
This guy's packing mangoes. He knows what needs to happen.
I mean, the thing is, like, the way TNC have identified their way to fight is that they mana burn all versus mana, so he can't jump anyone, and he gets kited by the slows. But, you know, a simple adjustment from Maposhka, really smart here, is just to buy some mangoes, and even 37 minutes into the game, he's holding the Arcane Ring just to give Ursa a bit more mana.
Jeez. Only in Dota 2 is it threatening to have a guy approach you with pockets full of mangoes, ready to use them at a moment's notice. But that's...
Yeah, Ursa, he has Agi-Blink. He's just so farmed this game.
Oh, yeah.
10k ahead of the highest on the enemy team.
We're just buying time. This game is, this game's over.
I mean, no, TNC, they have some counterplay, right? Like, they've identified, I mean, the first one was mana burning to Ursa, but you can always clutch things in Dota. Like, you saw last game, I think they're behind by a similar amount. If they stun the right heroes, they get the right jump, like, you can try. I mean, I think it's almost...
Sir, they have a Venomancer.
Yeah, they don't have much damage. You're right. It is hard.
I don't know who's doing damage on this team right now.
Yeah.
It ain't
I mean,
Dragon.
Lina, she has Hurricane Pike too, right? Like, she didn't get to go for the Daedalus. She needed to survive in order to do damage. That was her read on the game, but yeah, it's a bit hard. There's like no real damage coming out.
It is good to be positive though, Owie. That's why you're here on the cast. Being positive, believing. I've lost all belief. It's a painful end potentially, as they just need a little bit of courage to go to that uphill and start taking these racks. Not quite sure what they're scared of. It looks like Ursa is not scared of much anymore.
It's hard to fight uphill into these Venom wards. Like, some potential buybacks, I think. There are no buybacks on TNC, but maybe they don't know that. And, you know, this Gabby, he's just getting as much as he can on the map. He's still a bounty rune. He's just farming the enemy triangle. And TNC, they still think they can win, right? That's why they're in the game, so...
Oh, 1 out of 3.
They probably have some good ideas.
Good. Good for them. Put some more wards down. This will work. Still keeping it extremely disciplined, is extremely safe on Team Spirit. Now an illusion escape comes out for the Ursa, making their job even more difficult. Should he choose to grab that?
Yeah, I think Team Spirit, it's hard to like frontal push on the lane that has all the Venom wards, but if Invoker pushes top all the way out and they have all 3 lanes push in, they can sort of like make the TNC heroes move around and try to jump one. Their lineup doesn't really have any building damage. It's more of a Ursa goes in and dies someone with a Lion, you kill them, and then you reset because you have 2 Phoenix Eggs, 2 RPs, and a buttload of Invoker spells.
Yeah. Everything seems to be open here for Team Spirit, but why push uphill when you know the enemy can't even leave their base? They have been stuck in their base for quite a while, getting absolutely no farm, quarantined up, unable to go to any birthday parties. Nyx Assassin initiating on that illusion, and that is going to be a horrific turnaround here as BKBs are popped. And RP onto a solo Snapfire. Not the coolest thing in the world, but a lot of utility, as Ursa is still just hunting for anything that he can. Lion, great stun, nice force, but the uphill Lion, he doesn't give a hoot, dude. He just goes straight up there. I like it. BKB coming up here. Refresh. Could we see another RP? Trying to find that Lina. We're going to get the Lina. We're going to get the Dragon Knight. That right there is the Venn diagram. And this game is looking quite over.
Yeah, it's very hard to counter everyone on the enemy team just having an extra item on you. But TNC tried, right?
Sure.
I mean, it's not like they played poorly this game. It's just their game plan is very specific. If you don't execute on some of these heroes like Venomancer and carry DK, then I think the game can slip out of your hands very fast. You don't have the damage to clutch these situations and come back into the game.
Buyback on Lina. She has a dream. Let's see if it will become a reality or if it will continue to be the horrifying nightmare that she has been living the entire game. Nope, that's nightmare. Goodbye. Oh no, not that sad tornado end. She's alive, Allie.
She is. Their throne's dead though.
Alive just in time to call GG as it looks like Team Spirit, a very convincing win after such a tug of war last game. They really needed that win though.
Yeah, they played really well this game. Despite losing bottom and mid tower so early, despite the map pressure of the Veno, they really seized their opportunities. Killing the Veno top, open up the map by killing top tower, and they just played really solid, clean Dota this game.
It was solid, it was clean, it was methodical, it was the kind of Dota I hate. Who wants to see guys just beating the other ones? I like those dirty fight matches.
They got a lot of kills this game, though.
Kills!
They're taking off TNC left and right.
I don't want to see fish in a barrel being slaughtered, Owie. I want to see the competition of giants. But we do see a lot of life left in Team Spirit. They are not in the best place in this tournament yet, but being able to pick up a big kill like that, you know, a big team like that, one that you just fought so hard, pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I think, I'm not too sure this is correct, but they have a lot of draws with teams. I think they might be like 0-6-1. It's like, it's hard to beat this team, it seems like. Like, you might have a read on them, but they still claw 1-out-1 victory.
Does this mean that when we go to best of threes, they might be the big upset kings? They seem to be able to win
It's possible. I mean, I don't know if they're guaranteed to move on through the groups yet, right? I think it depends on our next matches.
I could see the schedule. I'd have no idea. I literally don't understand how these tournament things work.
Yeah, same.
But man keeps losing, man go away. And it looks like they won't be going away here today so far. But anyway, we'll get some more in-depth knowledge from people that can read tournament brackets. Let's pass it back on to our Wonder Panel hosted by the one and only Shavar.